Series tied 2-2. It's Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals right here on Fox 43. With Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski, I'm Zach Fish. Great to have you along for this exciting ride that is the Hershey Bears chasing their 12th Calder Cup and a chance tonight to become one win away. They've tied the best-of-7 series 2-2. It'll ship back to Palm Desert, California next week. But one more game at home. It is going to be an electric atmosphere tonight.
We have taken it the distance as far as home games here at Giant Center. And you mentioned electric. There's a couple other E words that we're going to talk about, and that's energy, effort, and execution. The energy, the home team has won every single game in this series. So obviously this crowd, 10,000 plus, is going to give the Bears the boost. It's that effort, Lucas Johansson reaching out the stick at the very end of Game 4. That's the kind of stuff. It's Game 5. If you're not going to see maximum effort from both teams, right, there's something wrong. The coaches won't be happy about that. Really, the big point, though, is the execution. Which team is going to execute? Who's going to shoot better? Who's going to beat the goalies, Joey Decord and Hunter Shepard? It's going to be a fascinating Game 5.
It's a quick turnaround after this. Game 6 is necessary. It's back at Acrisure Arena. It's Monday night. Both teams got to take a charter flight tomorrow and get back out there and right back on the horse. One of them is going to have a shot with a cup in the building to win it, but kind of the race to the end here. We know the season is over in about half a week, and the Bears are real close. They can taste it. They want to get things finished.
Yeah, we mentioned no matter what, this is the last home game here. No matter what, this series is over on Wednesday. It's a sprint to the finish after about 10 months of hockey. So it's concentrate on Game 5. Don't worry about the travel arrangements. Put the distractions aside with the family and who's going to be there, and make sure you do your job and have your responsibilities out on the ice.
Want to take care of business here tonight at Giant Center, where the Bears have won both games in this series. Pretty historic stat for the Hershey Bears already, trying to become an elite company. Our Andrew Callista has more on that.
Guys, with the series now tied at 2 games apiece, the Hershey Bears are in rarefied air in AHL history. Just 9 teams have ever come back from an 0-2 deficit to even up a Calder Cup final series. Further on, only 3 teams have gone on to win the Calder Cup. The 1972 Nova Scotia team, Springfield in '91, and of course, the Chocolate and White back in 2010 as they downed the Texas Stars. Could Hershey do it again?
Thank you very much, Andrew. Good news for the Bears in this series. Guys are getting hot at the right time. Mike Vecchione, the latest to break out. Ethan Frank's got goals in 2 straight. Good time for these guys really to find the back of the net.
Who knew the series started in the desert and it took coming back to Pennsylvania for these guys to heat up. But the goal scorers are ready. Things look promising. They need to get that last win here before they head back out to Cali.
Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals coming up. Hershey looks to take a 3-2 series lead. Puck drop is next. You're tuned in to the Calder Cup Finals on Fox 43.
With Jiffy Lube Multicare, it's our job to keep you moving. With a full range of services from oil changes and tires to brakes, batteries, and more, we've got what your car needs right when you need it, so you're ready for whatever's next. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy. At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to make car care make sense. With personalized service reviews that swap the car talk for straight talk, so you know what your car is telling you and what to do about it. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy.
With available all-wheel drive for unsurpassed performance, the Toyota Camry is ready for anything and anywhere. Equipped with multi-drive modes and the reliability only Toyota is known for. Get a Camry right now with 3.99% APR. Elevate your everyday. Toyota, let's go places.
The first period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is presented by Abel & Son Roofing and Siding.
The anticipation level for this one in Chocolatetown is through the roof. Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals. Coming to you live on Fox 43.2 Antenna TV. NBC Sports Washington. And welcome to our fans tuned in on NHL Network. With Todd Sadowski, I'm Zach Fish. The Giant Center is ready to roar as the Bears approaching the ice. And we'll let you listen to them. 10,500 plus ready to cheer Hershey to a 3-2 series lead.
It's time to roar for more. And welcome tonight's show.
Public address announcer Jared Ronsky being drowned out by the fans waving their rally towels from the 5th floor press box. This building shaking already. Todd, we're in for a good one. Home ice has played a huge part in this series. The home team has won every game. If the Bears are going to win the Calder Cup, they're going to have to win at least one on the road. They just want to win one. That would mean a win tonight at Giant Center to take a series lead after being down 0-2 to get it started.
Yeah, the first goal was to get this series back to California. They have accomplished that. Now they have an opportunity to get on that plane tomorrow with the series lead, only needing one more. Have to take care of business tonight for Coachella Valley. This is a situation they were familiar with in the last series, the Western Conference Finals against Milwaukee. Won the first 2 at home, lost the first 2 on the road. They were able to take care of business in a pivotal Game 5. We'll see how they react tonight against this raucous crowd and a team, the Hershey Bears, with a ton of momentum.
And no disrespect to Milwaukee, but this is a different atmosphere here at Giant Center. It's been sold out since the second, really, game number 4 ended. There were only about 1,400 tickets left. They went very quickly. Bears fans know their team can't win it, but expect it to be about as loud as it was in 2010 on June 14th when the Bears won the Cup in this barn in their last championship. The chase for number 12. It'll conclude soon if things go Hershey's way. Hunter Shepard introduced. He'll backstop him tonight. Let's join Jared Ronsky once again to introduce our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad. Please direct your attention to the Zamboni Tunnel as we welcome Amy Lambert to the ice to sing our national anthem.
Would you please join me? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Amy Lambert in the Bear Nation with a Star-Spangled Banner. Game 5, Calder Cup Finals, series tied at 2. Last game in the sweetest place on earth this year. As we take a look at our officials tonight, Cody Beach, number 45, and Carter Sandlack, number 47, are your referees. Ryan Jackson, number 84, and Joseph Mahone, number 89 on the lines. And as for the goaltenders tonight, Todd Sadowski, 2 guys we're very familiar with, 2 guys that have played every game for their club. Shepherd in net for Hershey, a 12-5 record with a 2.29 goals against average. He's been the Bears' backstop and masterful all playoffs long.
Joey DeCourt in Coachella Valley looked superb. Here, he's looked human. They've beaten him in Game 3 and in Game 4. The forwards for the Bears have come to life. For Hunter Shepherd, did you notice who got the loudest ovation during the intros? It was the goaltender. That tells you something about Hershey Bears hockey and the way they have been built from the back forward in the last few years. Here we go, game number 5, a special Saturday night in Chocolatetown.
One of the most anticipated games in years in Giant Center history. A chance to take a lead in the Calder Cup Finals. Game 5, we're underway. Series tied at 2. Sold out crowd making noise as Hunter Shepherd with the save of the post. And that will draw a crowd quickly as he's jammed into the net. 14 seconds into the game. And we will see how this one is called here today. Referee Cody Beach was the primary catalyst of quite a bit of penalty calls in Game 2 in Coachella Valley. The Bears had 9 penalties that resulted in a power play for the Firebirds against them. And they know that. They know the personnel. They've adjusted well so far in this series, and their power play has looked sharp on their side of it. Expect that to be something Hershey is ready to contend with.
It's interesting because the video review isn't all just about your opponent. It's about also the officials. What are they calling? What's happening? Stick infractions, those types of things that you're going to have to avoid, and they should have the book on that part of it.
Puck cleared all the way down the ice. Eddie Winko hit hard by Garrett Pilon. The Bears try to come up with it. And knocked down by Coachella Valley. That a man breaking the net. It's Connor McMichael. Instead, it's Podorowski with it to center. Firebirds with it along the right wing. Will shoot it in behind the Bears net. Along the near boards. Crowd into it early. Podorowski behind the goal. Escapes and centers. Great diving play. McElrath cranks it up. And here come the Bears to center. Pilon over the red line. Backhands it in. Doesn't get it too deep. And the Firebirds regroup at center. McElrath with a great play moments ago, Todd, because the Firebirds had numbers in tight.
Well, that's what we're talking about with that extra effort. It's Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals. You're not just going to watch and be an observer. You're going to do whatever you can to break a play like that up.
Sometimes when you get this close, you start to realize just how special this has been and just how close you are. You can taste it. That extra effort suddenly becomes instinctual. A no-brainer. We saw it with Lucas Johansson, who has the puck right now. 2 fantastic plays in the closing minute of the game. A block on a 3-on-1 with his stick that may have saved the tying goal.
And he took a couple of shots breaking up a penalty kill. 2 of them in the same penalty kill, Zach, where he came up, favoring it. And he was been fantastic. Earned that 3rd star in game number 4.
1:30 gone. Period 1. Shepherd 1 save so far as the Bears have it on the left side boards. Mason Morelli out there tied for the team lead with 5 goals in the playoffs. Cleared right wing though. Firebirds with it. Olafson to the point. His shot wide to Shepherd off the backboards. Thrown in front. And Alex True poked it wide of the goal. For the Firebirds, back up to the point. Coachella Valley is going to push tonight. We know Dan Files and the squad is going to have their best effort here at Hershey. On the near boards, laid to the point. Tardy to get there was Petman, the center iceman out of Finland. Smashed back in behind the Bears net where Shepherd will stop it. And the Bears will look to break out of their own zone with rookie defenseman Vincent Iorio. Iorio awaits behind the zone goal, and a real good playoffs for Hershey. He'll stretch to center where Sam Annis directs it in. DeCourt likes to handle the puck. He'll shoot it up the near boards. Annis got a piece of it. Kept in by Pronis. Annis escapes. Right circle. Petman got back to hook his stick and bury him into the boards as Annis can be slippering. Hershey with possession. Pronis near side. Shovels it back to the point. Right side now today. Got it from Ness. For the blue line, Dave's drive tipped on goal. DeCourt slid out with Pronis in front. Pronis down low, deflects it on net. DeCourt the save. He'll mop up the rebound. Alexei Pronis denied in tight. First chance to check in downstairs with a 3rd man on our crew. Welcome to the broadcast, Andrew Callista side.
Zach, tonight a special night at Giant Center, and not just because it's Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals, but a special kind of goodbye for longtime Bears man Don Scott. 54 years of his career around the game of hockey. Don, an off-ice official right now. This is his last game. His career began covering the Bears for a local radio station, and he's been a PA announcer in Hershey Park Arena, the old barn, and also here at Giant Center. Guys?
Thank you very much, Andrew. He is retiring, older than the hockey team itself. There he is in the penalty box today. One of the true legends here. And the Bears also helps with the team's record book. I mean, he saw a lot of those games and a lot of those records. He wants to have another Calder Cup before he hangs him up. A wonderful man. Congratulations to him on a wonderful career. Hershey with the puck and neutralized. Aaron Ness, his 50th Calder Cup playoff game as a member of the Bears. Most experienced in a Hershey sweater. Vecchione lost it. McCormick will take it away. Scoots in down the right wing to the goal off the skate of Day. He'll break it up. Under pressure behind the net, it's Ethan Frank with it. Sends it out to center. Borgstrom, though, trying to go through his legs. Lost it to right to McCormick. Denied by Shepard. Sliding the ice, made the save. Borgstrom, another one. A little too careless with the puck. Borgstrom's got to be careful here and have that in your repertoire early.
Those are the kind of mistakes Coach Nelson alluded to early in the series. You can't have that stuff. Got to keep it clean on your execution against Coachella Valley.
Podorowski to Froden behind the net. Jesper Froden with a couple goals in this series, including the second goal for Coachella Valley in Game 4. The Bears will clear it and ice it in a faceoff coming up in their defensive zone. Nearly 4 minutes gone in the first period here tonight with Todd Sadowski. I'm Zach Fish at the Giants Center this evening. Andrew Calista, side producer, and Albert with us as well.
One of the things we've seen early in this game was first shift for Alexei Protas. Didn't result in a goal, but he had a couple of chances right in front. You want to get that big 6'6" body right there in front of Joey Decord. Haven't seen a lot from him here in Hershey, but that would be a nice sign for Alexei Protas to stuff one home.
Yet to factor in the Calder Cup finals, but it is only a matter of time. The chances have been there. That's one thing they're working with him. He spent, of course, the grand majority of the season in Washington, finishing his chances. Connor McMichael wants that left wing, shoots in and out the glove of Decord. The rebound bounces around behind the net. Decord did not handle that cleanly as Connor McMichael on goal, looking for the strike. McMichael trying to pick up his 5th goal of the playoffs. 8 points. This game 18. For the Capitals prospect, one of the many first-rounders on this roster, his icing is called to the Firebirds. And once again, a large contingency of Capitals brass, as we've been talking about the broadcast here today, to watch guys like McMichael that very well could be penciled into a lineup spot with the Washington Capitals next year.
Interesting, because we saw the forwards early in this playoff run make a big difference against the Checkers. And against the Americans, it was a lot of the defensemen, Logan Day getting involved. Connor McMichael here hasn't done much in the Calder Cup finals. We've seen some of the forwards get on the score sheet. Connor McMichael, Alexei Protas, we mentioned, a couple of guys we could hear from tonight.
Firebirds with it at center. Ty Cartier with it. Will sky it in behind the goal. Scored the first goal of the finals in Coachella Valley, and a heck of a year with 57 points in his rookie campaign. Holding it in, Jimmy Schultz in the far wing. Gabriel Carlson gets the best of him. Failed to clear it on the first attempt. Rolls to center on try 2, and Pilon will pick it up. Turns on the skating legs, down the slot. Feeds it left wing. McMichael behind him, but recollects it behind the net to Snively. Right side, Pilon. Backs around behind the net. Centers to McMichael. Poked away by Froden. While the Bears have it back. Pilon to the goal. His shot got blocked and pops out of the reach of Johansson. He'll retreat as Whitco around the perimeter of the boards with the Bears changing. The puck played behind the net.
Good hustle to fill the lanes there. Almost had an opportunity.
Steal by Malenstein. Runs into a crowd. Hershey with the puck. Elon Root. Left circle. Skates in. Deeks in front. Empty net. Can't get it. McMichael skied it high and wide. And the puck deflected up and out of play. Oh, Joey Decord was nowhere near the net. The Bears just can't finish. Well, the fans appreciate the effort.
Sure looked like McMichael had some open net to go to. Garrett Pilon could have went with the quick wrister, decided to hang on to it. Connor McMichael just misses.
Well, Pilon, I like the move. I mean, Decord was flopping like a fish out of water. I said that before. Look at so much net there. He fanned on it. McMichael, he had the top half of the net. Just maybe too extreme of an angle to bury it. But that's the right play on Decord and the right look for the Bears, with the exception of the execution. One of our keys tonight, get that execution level where it was in the previous 2 rather than in games 1 and 2. Remains 0-0. Break for Coachella Valley. Shots are 3 apiece. Hershey scoops it to center. Borelli looking for it to land. Black gets interfered with. Penalty call and an easy one on Evans. Knocked down Morelli, the puck nowhere near him, and Hershey, whose power play has started to find success, will go to work with another opportunity on the man advantage to take a 1-0 lead as they did the previous 2.
It's Morelli, always around the puck, always making a play, always making it difficult on his opponent. That puck was way up in the air. Morelli's trying to time that. Evans doesn't even bother to look at the puck. He goes right at the man, interferes. You can see him skate over towards him, instead over towards the puck. And now they're shorthanded.
Hershey's power play has struck 3 times against the Firebirds. coming into tonight in the playoffs, 20.8%. Firebirds penalty kill at 81.1. Bears go to work on the power play. Tay with it right wing to Annis. Skates back behind the net. 2 goals on the power play for Annis. Protas' stick was broken in half, wanted a penalty. He'll have to head off and get a new one at the bench. Far side, Ethan Frank will stick handle it in behind the goal. He's got it loose and banks it off the boards. Recovered by Annis, throws it across. Frank is there, trying to send it in front to Annis, who shoots it off the side of the net from the right wing. They had DeCord scrambling once again. Frank to the point, tough pass to handle, poked away from Day. Got to get back on Petman. Short-handed, Hershey able to thwart that attack and reset their own zone. Some good looks from this power play unit.
Really nice pass from Ethan Frank.
Elon cars the defense on goal, kicked out by DeCord. It bounces for Protas, won't sit flat, comes free. Frank with it, shoots a left pad save by DeCord on the aggressive challenge. Annis can't get it back to McMichael, and swung down the ice by Coachella Valley. Couple good saves by DeCord, out aggressively, well beyond the blue paint.
That was a good shot by Ethan Frank. That's what we normally see, and that's a great thing because he's got an awesome shot and he's hot right now, but he took an extra look and passed in front to Protas. It just wasn't able to connect early in this power play.
Snively was behind the defense. The pass got blocked. They'll try the left wing. Morelli, he'll skate in, has Snively to net, threw it through the crease, looking for someone. Wide to the goal, and it clears itself back to center. 35 seconds left on the Evans. Interference minor, and the Bears' first power play of the game. 12:35 left, first period. Vecchione to center. Borgstrom, stick handles on the left wing. Sends it wide to the goal, all the way to the near side, up the perimeter. Snively behind the net, leads the club in assists in the playoffs. To Borgstrom, far side, looks for a lane. Sends to McMichael. Right wing Snively. Late in the power play, they got it set up. Pass out of the reach of Morelli. Chance for Tennyson to clear it. Slowly up the middle, and the Firebirds will fire it all the way down. That'll do it for the Bears power play. Some good looks. But it remains 0-0 here at Giant Center.
It's a shame that last little stretch didn't result in a shot. They had it going, just a pass that Morelli couldn't handle, and ends up in the Firebirds clearing. But good effort from Morelli to draw that penalty and give him that chance.
2 shots on the power play for Hershey, and one from Sam Ennis that does not count as a shot. He hit the side of the goal. Sutter at center, the Game 3 hero in overtime, kicks it down. Iorio to carry it over the blue line. Some room up the middle. The Bears have nearly broken free a couple of times, right down Broadway. Coachella Valley will take back to center. And a neutral ISIL on the right wing. The Bears doing a good job preventing Coachella Valley from getting what they want, as they did early in the series. Winkko in on the forecheck. We saw him do that plenty with Hershey in his time playing forward. And at center ice, it's Mallenstein in the checkered red to chip it in behind the Firebirds goal. 0-0 here in game number 5 at Giant Center. And neutral ice, Ponoralski with it. Lateral pass, band on it, intercepted by Hershey. Flop here to center. Teammates changing, he'll deflect it in wisely to Frank in the corner. Rims it around behind the net, the chase is on. Ness stepped up and got a piece of it, but the Firebirds to center will clear it. Coachella Valley into Hershey ice, where it's quickly worked back to center. Borgstrom ahead, Vecchione over the blue line, dropped it on back to no one. He thought he had Ness near him. Pagansky might have yelled and faked him out, turned it over. Tennyson to right, who's on a 3-game assist streak. He'll play to center. Coachella Valley's Austin Pagansky with it. Darting down the left wing, puts on the brakes in a 0-0 game. Send it in front to Lynn, backhander stopped by Shepard. Rebound in front, right got taken down, and a necessary penalty for the Bears to take. With 10:26 left of the first, the Firebirds get the power play when we return. 0-0, an exciting start to game 5. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
Hello, innovation. Goodbye, injuries. Hello, science. Goodbye, seizures. Hello, tiny incisions. Goodbye, lengthy recoveries. At Children's National Hospital, we're making breakthroughs daily so we can say hello to a healthier future for kids.
So sad. You've got a roof over your head.
Bro, you gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's a white people thing.
Escúchame, en esta casa, los hombres no lloran.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
Thanks for hearing me out, bro. Appreciate it.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
The best Capitals coverage starts here, only on NBC Sports Washington, your home of the Washington Capitals. Let's go, Caps!
Lucas Johansson will sit for two. The Bears shorthanded. Johansson with the hook in front on Shane Wright. Power play for the Firebirds, scoring 5 times in this series. Riker Evans wraps it around behind the net. Hershey's penalty kill really good. But a whistle will go, and as the net dislodged here, draw goes outside the zone as referee Cody Beach chatting with the linesman here. See where we put the face-off. Was the draw done unfairly? Oh, there we go. The net is off. The peg is out. Good look from our great save production team here at Giant Center. Kudos to them. It is very slightly displaced from our vantage point up top, but certainly enough to draw the whistle that Shepard is unable to push off the pipe.
Well, the home team is taking care of business in this series all the way through, which is a little different than what we've seen from the Bears. They were undefeated on the road heading into this series. So, you know, we keep saying they're going to need one on the road, and they're certainly very, very capable. See how Game 5 plays out first.
Need the Bouquet Mulligan to Mayo penalty kill. Visit them at bmdi.com. Good clear by Hershey. All the way down the ice, wide of DeCorn. Penalty kill came up massive for the Bears, 4 for 4. In game number 4, center ice, Firebirds picking up along the right wing. Podorowski tries to pass. Matt Eaton alive, Mallenstein defending, knocked away, and Gabriel Carlson the one to blast it the length of the pond.
Yeah, so good. I mean, if you're the Firebirds, you're going to have to bring that puck with Mallenstein out in front or Sutter. You're going to have to dump it in or come away from them because they have that long reach that just keep poking it away.
Podorowski trying to carve through the defense. His pass off the leg of Lind. Valley having a hard time setting it up now. The Bears pressuring them into some mistakes. Schultz has it at the center red. Into Hershey Isel on the right wing. A 0-0 game. Power play for 50 more seconds. Firebirds clear between their own defenders. 1:10 gone on the power play. They've got no traction yet.
That's part of what we saw in game number 3 and 4 was the Bears keeping them on the perimeter on the power play, or at least in game 4.
Indirect feed off the boards to Lynn. He plays it to the late man Hughes. Cuts inside, steps, shoots it high and wide. For the far boards, nearly poked away by Sutter. Lynn retrieves it, lost it to McElrath, who clears it all the way down with just 25 left on the Johansson penalty.
And for Coach Nelson, he loves to make adjustments, obviously, between games, but he also loves them in games and talks about it all the time. And it's just fun for him to make these adjustments, and the special teams coaches, Coach Weller.
Rolls in on Shepard. He'll guide it to the corner. Ness hit hard by Hughes, his former teammate Providence. Back to the point with 5 on the power play. Firebirds finally got it set up. They'll throw to the middle. Good anticipation. Ness intercepts. Bears have killed it off. Johansson's back. And Hershey clears it all the way down. And the puck apparently deflected up and out of play with 8:19 to go in period 1. And a 0-0 contest. Both teams on the penalty kill thus far. Well done. Be back in a moment. From Giant Center at Hershey, this is the 2023 Calder Cup Final.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
The NBA 2K League is here, and you can catch the best NBA 2K players in the world live and in person at District E. Watch as the top 16 teams in the NBA 2K League face off in the tip-off tournament, the first of 3 5-on-5 tournaments in the NBA 2K League's Banner Chain Series, where the winners will walk away with $250,000 in prize money. Catch the esports action in person at District E, June 14th through the 17th.
People are always asking me, why?
Why do I do this work?
2 words come to mind for me. One is responsibility, the other is purpose.
It's just so inspiring to do research that impacts human lives.
Stand Up to Cancer has been a critical partner in advancing research for cancer.
Cancer research saves lives.
So please, help us fight in this battle against cancer.
Hey, I'm Matt Adams, host of the Fairways of Life show, and you can catch us every week right here on NBC Sports Washington. If it happens in the game of golf, we'll take you inside the ropes.
Neither team's connect on a first period power play. Dan Bilesma looks on, the former head coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres. He's gone against that man, Todd Nelson, 3 times in the playoffs. Todd Nelson has got the best of him as players, as assistant coaches. This try number 3. Nelson's beat him twice. He wants to make it a trifecta. Nelson was with Chicago as an assistant coach when Bilesma with Wilkes-Barre as an assistant coach. The Wolves won the cup then. Nelson was a player with Portland, along with Ole Kolzig, Capitals goaltender in attendance tonight.
Impacts human lives.
Stand Up to Cancer has been a critical partner in advancing research for cancer.
Cancer research saves lives.
So please, help us fight in this battle against cancer.
Hey, I'm Matt Adams, host of the Fairways of Life show, and you can catch us every week right here on NBC Sports Washington. If it happens in the game of golf, we'll take you inside the ropes.
Neither team's connect on a first period power play. Dan Bilesma looks on, the former head coach of the Pittsburgh Penguins and Buffalo Sabres. He's gone against that as an assistant coach. The Wolves won the cup then. Nelson was a player with Portland, along with Ole Kolzig, Capitals goaltender in attendance tonight on the Capitals development staff. Hannes at center turns it back. 0-0 here in Game 5. Series tied 2 games apiece. Johansson will smack it in. Lapierre getting there first ahead of Tennyson. Protas to the goal. Pass rejected. Alexei using his reach to knock it free. But taken back to center. Maybe an odd man rush. Petman with it down the right wing. Over the Bears' blue line. Curl and drag to the net. Hit the side of the goal. Ness did a good job limiting the passing lane. And Hershey breaks up now to 10.
Good hustle by Sam Annis. They wanted to get it across the ice. Annis hustled back to eliminate that option.
Firebirds take it back in their own zone and assess their options. Bears have started to find a way in the first period after being held off the board for quite some time. Didn't score in games 1 and 2. They didn't score in the first period of game 6 in Rochester. A 1-0 win to send them to the finals.
Firebirds had to give it up there. They would have been offsides. We've seen them a lot of times out of sync here in Hershey offensively. Something we didn't see at home in California.
Ness to skate in along the left wing. The smooth skating blue liner out of Roseau, Minnesota. Up the boards, Day has to defend. Right to center by Cartier. Could handle the pass cleanly, so he'll just plop a dump in into Hershey territory. Far by slice behind the net. Day with a backhand pass. Bears in business to center. Vecchione to Borgstrom. Weaving and winding his way to neutral. They'll send a dumping in behind the Firebirds net.
When you're watching the Firebirds, it's hard not to watch number 51 out there. Shane Wright, he is just all over the place.
19 years of age. The puck scoots in on goal. Shepard will hang on. Andrew Calista is downstairs. A little bit of rust off right in front of him. Let's check in with our third man on the crew.
Hey, Fish, it is not all about hockey here tonight at Giant Center. Head equipment manager Josh Carter and his wife Paige, they have a special delivery earlier today, and that's their newborn son Carson. Want to wish them congratulations from everyone here at the Hershey Bears hockey family and also at Fox 43. And by the way, Josh Carter is on the bench. He said he didn't want to miss it.
Well, that is a very supportive wife. Paige is wonderful. Congratulations to her. Little guy, a little over 8 pounds, delivered in the early hours of the morning, and we're sending Josh and Paige hearty congratulations and all the best. Puck is cleared behind the Hershey net. Long way to go before then, but saw Vegas win the Stanley Cup and some babies in the cup. Just maybe that would be a cool thing. The cart before the horse is Hunter Shepard up the near wing. Will look to clear it. Sent behind the net.
Saw a Firebird to the right and a Firebird to the left. Made sure he got enough juice on that to get it past him.
0-0. It's Snively over the blue line offensively. To Johansson, back to Snively. Rolled on goal. DeCord will knock it out. Lynn behind the net up the near wing. Iorio cuts it off. Takes the slapper. Trying to send it beneath the goal line. Pass was blocked and knocked away. McMichael overlapping at center for the Bears on the rewind, dumping it in. Elon looking to track down far corner boards, throws his weight around. There's Steele in center for the blue line. Iorio's drive blasted wide of the goal. Hershey retrieves it to Malenstein from Johansson. His shot knocked down in front, comes loose, and Sutter just couldn't get it slightly out of his reach with an end empty. Sutter again, stick save to Core. Juicy rebound, the Firebirds clear, and out to center. Sutter went for a hit. Lynn sidestepped that. With some good looks for Hershey. DeCord, 7 saves thus far.
Sutter is 6'4". If he was 6'5", it's 1-0 Hershey Bears. That was really close.
Podorowski unable to hold in. Morelli instead to center. On the dump in. DeCord gloves it. Can't quite handle it cleanly. Bears behind the net. Pass from LaPierre knocked away. He gets it back. Hendricks LaPierre's shot knocked down to the net front. Tennyson gets in the way. And the 33-year-old veteran to center ice. Thrown in along the left wing. Firebird center, good stick. Getting back LaPierre, he took it from Podorowski. Total team commitment defensively. Hendricks LaPierre has had a strong playoffs. Right corner, Annis looking to thread the needle in front, blocked away. Protis again. Not what he intended at all there. McElrath will take it behind his own goal. The puck wobbling on him a little bit late in the period. Protis turns it over to Pentman. Tough shift for the big man. Clear left side to Evans. Shepard out of position. Evans didn't shoot it, though, and flushed out to the corner boards. Evans still with it. Around Frank. He'll center. Broken up by Gabriel Carlson. Bounces right back to Evans. Still with it. Shoots, and Shepard's got it. In the catching glove, and no rebound. Fans at Giant Center applaud their goaltender with his best work yet. 3:44 left in the first. We remain scoreless. White the night at Giant Center. Back after this. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder.
5 Hour Energy wants to charge up your summer. Just purchase any 5 Hour Energy product, then enter for a chance to win an EcoCharge electric ATV. Just go to 5hecharge.com for details. 5 Hour Energy. Charge it up.
Meet Stephanie and Bethany. Identical twins, both struggle with CPAP for their sleep apnea. But Stephanie got Inspire, an implanted device that works inside the body to help her sleep. Unlike her sister. There's more than one way to treat your sleep apnea. If you struggle with CPAP, look into getting Inspire.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Everyone's a winner at MGM National Harbor with our 3-team parlay of food, drinks, and sports. Find out more about our immersive sports experience at mgmnationalharbor.com. It's guaranteed to be monumental.
At Oarsman, we're driven to give our customers our best selection and prices. So we're staffing up to get ready for another dynamic sales event. A winning combination backed by our Lifetime Edge with over $1,500 in unexpected extras, including car washes, loaner cars, and our lifetime engine guarantee.
Get 3.99% for 48 months on all new 2023 gas Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, RAV4s, and Tacomas.
With all our great deals and our Lifetime Edge, you may have to clone yourself to appreciate all the savings.
Oarsman Fairfax Toyota. Let's ride together.
Wizards coverage starts here. Chris and Drew take you inside the game, while the crew and I give you exclusive access to the team. NBC Sports Washington is your home of the Wizards.
happens when they get that kind of momentum. They have not trailed at home, and it has not resulted in a victory yet for Coachella Valley.
Everyone backed up in the face-off circle. Letter of the law on the guys in stripes. Hershey with possession off the face-off. Gabriel Carlson will skate it in deep to the far corner. It's around Jimmy Schultz and looks for a lane. Elon to the point, covering for the D-man. Elon crafty along the left wing. Escapes the pressure. Elon has it in his feet. Aaron made his debut in the playoffs back in 2017 as a teenager for Hershey. Up the near wing, McElrath, good step up to hold in. DeCord to play it behind the net. Knocks it up the near boards. Cartier has a hard time handling it. But a helping hand to center. Firebirds clear it with under 2 to play in our initial frame tonight. Elon behind the goal. Johansson will retrieve it in the near corner. 2 men are there to try to dispossess. LaPierre comes back to help out. Snively to center. Hendricks LaPierre with it. He'll chip and chase behind the goal. It's Evans hard, able to dislodge the puck. One of the keys, according to head coach Don Nelson. Protas, good hit on Hughes. Iorio at center. It's right back to Hershey. Protas along the left wing. By himself, wisely dumps it around the perimeter. Annis gains control and sends it far away. Firebirds thwart that attack and settle it behind their own goal with 1 minute left in period 1. No goals to speak of yet.
That is a combination to keep an eye on, though. Annis on the right side of the ice and Protas cutting to the net. They have connected several times in the postseason.
Frankel on the near wing. A shot from an extreme angle. Deflects back to the point after some nifty work by Iorio, spitting out of pressure in his own zone. End of his shift, LaPierre behind the net, ripped off of the puck. Firebirds to center. And Ness will try to track it down in his own zone with no icing, with John Hayden on the forecheck peeling off. Same with under 30 left. In the feet of Vecchio. He can't handle it cleanly. Tennyson in his own end to center ice. Stolen by Day. Threw it forward. Kind of a hope pass there. Knocked off the body of Frank. He'll try the near wing for one last attack with Mike Vecchione. Shoots it in behind the goal. Tennyson after it. Lynn with 7 in the period. Firebirds to center. Lynn checks the clock. Wants one last shot on Shepard. He'll take it, put it wide, and we are scoreless after 20 minutes at play. And a pretty late shot there for McCormick. Bears don't like that. And the teams will head to the dressing room. 0-0 after 1. We'll step aside when we return. Our own Andrew Calista starts our intermission report. He'll chat with Lucas Johansson. Back after this, you're tuned in to Game 5 in the 2023.
Anyone who's ever sold a home will tell you it's really hard. And it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. That's why who you work with matters. Together with HomeLight, we take care of every detail.
Introducing Domino's new loaded tots. Crispy, golden tots. And because we're a pizza company, we loaded them with pizza toppings. Our tots are made to be delivered. Try new loaded tots with your favorite pizza from Domino's.
Basketball has taught me a lot. Teamwork, determination, confidence, how to win and how to lose, how to get up and keep going. Basketball taught me how to be a leader. 80% of women leaders played sports growing up, but girls drop out of sports twice as often as boys. Let's help our girls lean into sports and leadership.
Hello, innovation. Goodbye, injuries. Hello, science. Goodbye, seizures. Hello, tiny incisions. Goodbye, lengthy recoveries. At Children's National Hospital, we're making breakthroughs daily so we can say hello to a healthier future for kids.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey at Giant Center on Fox 43.2. Todd Sadowski, I'm Zach Fish, producer Ed Albert alongside. One period is in the books here tonight. Shots on goal finished up 8-6. After one period of play, the Bears find themselves in a 0-0 score. A little deviation. Zach Fucale, you know what? He's got to be one of the best teammates out there. The Bears goaltender standing by with Andrew Kalesa. Let's get his thoughts. Andrew, take her away.
Thanks a lot, Fish. Zach, what do you like? You got a great view of it over here on the bench. What do you like about what you guys did in that first period?
I think we could build off it for sure. A lot of things to get better at. I think we have better as a team, but it was tight checking. This is what it is, a Game 5, it's tight.
As a hockey player, when you say tight, Game 2 was a little bit loose. Referees were very aggressive. Seems like they're letting a lot of stuff go here tonight.
I mean, it's like that. The more the playoff goes, the less there is, the less opportunity on the power play there will be. So it's expected, and like I said, it's tight checking. That's how it's played at this point in the year.
What are you and the other veterans saying in the locker room to the guys to get ready for the next 20, try to take a lead here?
Just making sure we stick to our game, we keep our emotions in check, right? And we just continue to play our game because that's the way we've had success. We don't want to change that too much.
What do you got to say about Hunter Shepard in net?
Shep had a great first, and we just got to continue to play tight defensively, make his life as easy as we can, and we have a good chance to win with him in net.
All right, Fuchs, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.
There you have it, Zach Fucale on his thoughts for the first period. And by the way, guys, I did get a chance to say congratulations to Josh Carter. Huge smile on his face, and yes, he is happy to be here. More Hershey Bears hockey coming up after this.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly. Ding dong, Drizzly.
This is not the first all-electric car. That's because no BMW sees the road until it's reached the ultimate standard, our own. A standard that demands every BMW feels exactly like a BMW should. Unparalleled performance and precision handling made possible by electric engineering. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Take advantage of financing as low as 2.99% and a $2,000 credit.
Our excellence is shining, yet so many of us are dying. Colon cancer is silently killing our people, our friends, and family. So screen we must. We do this for all of us, from every corner, doorstep, and pulpit, period. The health revolution must begin. From diagnosis to death rates, colon cancer can no longer win. Ravaging Black communities, colon screenings are a must. They're recommended for those 45 and up to pinpoint and treat the signs. If detected early, colon cancer is treatable, 91% beatable. It's on us to understand symptoms and lower the risk. Join our team and get screened. It's time to take our bodies back. It's time to get healthy. It's time to stand up to cancer once and for all.
It's not subtle. Now you can give them what they've always wanted. Real food for dogs. Caesar Wholesome Bowls and Simply Crafted. Caesar, love them back.
The symptoms started around 2011, going through different doctors, a lot of misdiagnosis.
I struggle with tremors, double vision, brain fog, and chronic pain.
I picture myself being in this place and everything being out of reach. The MS is getting worse, and I'm still just stuck in this little body.
Primary progressive MS. It's comparable to a house where things aren't working as they should. It's not something you could sleep off. You wake up, it's still there.
When you hear about a cure, it brings that hope back.
It would mean to my kids that they get their mom back.
And people would be saying, hey, remember MS? You don't know what that is.
If no one would have to ever experience this, it would just change the world.
We introduce you to the atmosphere that is Capital One for the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I really like to get to know the players and just meeting some of the other season ticket holders.
Pretty special to have such a great support from the fans, and that's really what it's all about.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43. 20 minutes in the books. We are scoreless in Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals. Andrew Calista alongside AHL and Hershey Bears Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux. Mitch, 20 minutes, not much open ice out there for either team offensively.
No, there wasn't, Andrew. I mean, it was very tight checking there for the whole 20 minutes. I mean, chances were at a premium. The Bears had several chances, couple early, couple later in the period, but it is very tight out there. Not a lot of time and space to make plays. And with a lot of people in the buildings, Andrew, I mean, I'm thinking that the ice is getting a little softer and the puck's not laying flat, so they got to have to be careful handling that puck.
Don't want to give up an easy one in front. And on that note, Aaron Ness doing a great job for the Hershey Bears on the back line.
He's a quality veteran defenseman that any team would love to have, and he's just awesome out there, game in and game out. For not a big guy, he skates, he sees the ice, he makes plays, and he's playing with a kid that's really stepped his game up this year in Logan Day. I like them as a D pair, and they're not a shutdown D pair, but they can play that type of hockey. Aaron's not big, but he moves very well, and he's very crafty.
Hershey Bears, they had a couple opportunities. DeCord, they had him out of position a couple times. Didn't put the puck in the net, but what did you like from them offensively?
Well, you know what? They created a couple of chances. I mean, the power play, they had like 3 chances, 3 shots, but 2 really good chances. One Pilon split the D and went in, and then the other one, Ethan Frank came in the slot and had a great shot. DeCord had to make a save. So what I'm thinking is they're trying to be a little too fancy, too perfect around the net. They just got to put pucks on net and be a little selfish. They got to shoot a little more and have guys drive the net looking for that loose change, and I think that'll help them out. Late in the period, the fourth line, the wrecking ball line, as you like to call them, I mean, they had a couple of chances. Riley Sutter shot one between the defenseman's leg. He had Beck Mallenstein streaking to the net, just couldn't get a stick on it, and a point shot by Dylan McElrath, and Beck Mallenstein tipped it. That was midway through the period. And that's the kind of opportunities you need to have. And so far, I like the way the Bears are playing. They're keeping it tight, but they're moving their feet.
Moving the feet is key, and that was key to John, the first penalty that they went on the power play with the extra man. One thing Bears didn't really do, at times a little sloppy with the puck, throwing it backwards.
Yeah, I mean, once you start moving north and south, okay, I think you have to really move the puck quick, keep it on the outside, and 2 places you don't want to turn the puck over, at your defensive zone blue line and your offensive zone blue line. That just creates an opportunity because you're going north and the other team's going south, and that just is an outnumbered situation that could bite you.
Critical game, we're scoreless. What are you saying to the locker room right now if you're Todd Nelson?
Same way, capitalize on the chances, keep it tight, communicate. They got to talk out there and help each other out and support all over the ice, and I think they're going to be fine.
Support all over the ice, support all over the stands in Giant Center. This place is ready to blow its roof off if the Bears light the lamp first. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43. Zach Fish and Todd Sadowski are back right after this.
The promise of America is freedom, equality. But right now, those pillars of our democracy are fragile, and our rights are under attack. Reproductive rights, voting rights, the right to make your own choices and have your voice heard. We must act now to restore and protect these freedoms for us and for the future, and we can't do it without you. We are the American Civil Liberties Union. Will you join us? Call or go online to myaclu.org to become a Guardian of Liberty today. Your gift of just $19 a month, only 63 cents a day, will help ensure that together we can continue to fight for free speech, liberty, and justice. Your support is more urgently needed than ever.
Reproductive rights are on the line, and we are looking at going backwards. We have got to be here, and we've got to be strong to protect those rights.
So please, join the ACLU now. Call or go to myaclu.org and become an ACLU Guardian of Liberty for just $19 a month. When you use your credit card, you'll receive this special We the People t-shirt, member card, magazine, and more to show you're part of a movement to protect the rights of all people. For over 100 years, the ACLU has fought for everyone to have a voice and equal justice. And we will never stop. Because we, the people, means all of us. So please call or go online to myaclu.org to become a guardian of liberty today.
At Oarsman, we're driven to give our customers our best selection and prices. So we're staffing up to get ready for another dynamic sales event. A winning combination backed by our Lifetime Edge with over $1,500 in unexpected extras, including car washes, loaner cars, and our lifetime engine guarantee.
Get Kia's best-selling all-new 2024 Telluride starting at $39,975.
With all our great deals and our Lifetime Edge, you may have to clone yourself to appreciate all the savings. Oarsman Chantilly Kia. Let's ride together.
ET92 566-9292.
Good to be with you at the Giants Center. Intermission reporting through one period of play tonight. Welcome to our fans tuned in as well on NBC Sports Washington, Fox 43.2 with Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski alongside Ed Albert, our producer. I'm Zach Fish. You look at our booth here in the press box, the camera across the way, giving you a little bit of a peek inside where we call the game from. Entertaining first period, maybe a little bit more of a defensive structure for both of these teams in the initial stanza. But the Bears got some good opportunities. Both goaltenders came up big, but we knew this building would be rocking from the get-go. Although the Bears didn't get the fans completely out of their seat, they certainly gave them a lot of oohs and ahs of the first.
Fans ready to explode. Alexi Protas in front, big 6'6" frame. They want to get him creating some traffic and maybe clean up a rebound. We'll see if that happens later in the game. And the Bears really had some opportunities on Joey DeCord. There was a rebound. This is kind of the book on him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of the book on him, right? Hang on to it, let him kind of flail a little bit, and then Connor McMichael just wasn't able to finish. The other thing I think they're finding out is go through the middle hard. If you can split the defenders and get at the net, that's possible too.
Coachella Valley's had more experience in these type of situations with their backs against the wall than the Bears. But a lot of close calls for Hershey, and I thought they did a lot of things very well. That was Shepard's best save of the period, and Hunters looked like himself on his angle, on point early in this one, and the Bears certainly had more of the quality opportunities, but 0-0 after 20 minutes of action. Hershey, for the first time at Giants Center in the 3 games here, unable to strike in period number 1.
And that save was from Riker Evans, who had already spun all the way around the net. We've mentioned some of the individual players radio side, but Riker Evans, Shane Wright, your eyes go right to those guys. Really, really talented. So for the Bears, you got to know where they're at on the ice at all times.
Looking forward to what period 2 will bring just around the corner. It seems the Bears game just continues to grow in the second period. We saw with a couple of goals from Hershey and goals early in the period in both games at home. See if they can do the same here tonight in game number 5. Series tied at 2. Stay with us. We'll drop the puck on the second period. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder.
Buying a house is complicated and confusing, especially now. That's why who you work with matters.
Together with HomeLight, we find solutions for every buyer. Our team helps you get the home you love every time.
At Oarsman, we're driven to give our customers our best selection and prices. So we're staffing up to get ready for another dynamic sales event. A winning combination backed by our Lifetime Edge with over $1,500 in unexpected extras, including car washes, loaner cars, and our lifetime engine guarantee.
Get 3.99% for 48 months on all new 2023 gas Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, RAV4s, and Tacomas.
With all our great deals and our Lifetime Edge, you may have to clone yourself to appreciate all the savings. Oarsman Fairfax Toyota. Let's ride together.
Stop waiting in line at drive-thrus just to place an order. Use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay instead.
Domino's?
Yes.
And say goodbye to the drive-thru with every tap.
Okay, what should we get?
Ooh, pineapple, mushroom,
pepperoni.
Order carry-out on the go using the Domino's app, now on Apple CarPlay. Enjoy.
See it, love it, have it. At Marlowe Furniture, we have you covered. From the living room to the dining room to the bedrooms and more. Refresh, renew, make it you. With beautiful furniture that's so comfortable, you don't have to compromise. Look around. At Marlowe, you'll find a great selection of stylish, trend-setting looks to choose from in stock. No waiting. So go for it. Bring your style to life. Today at Marlowe Furniture, with the area's largest showrooms under one roof. Family owned since 1955.
Wizards District Gaming season is heating up, and the two-time NBA 2K League champions have a new home here in Washington, D.C. at District E. WizDG's next home game features a rivalry matchup against Celtics Crossover Gaming, where the trash talk will be loud and play will be as intense as ever. Catch the best NBA 2K players in the world in action on June 24th at 4 p.m. at District E. Scan the QR code for your tickets.
Everyone's a winner at MGM National Harbor with our 3-team parlay of food, drinks, and sports. Find out more about our immersive sports experience at mgmnationalharbor.com. It's guaranteed to be monumental.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is presented by Members First Federal Credit Union.
Second period, ready to roll here in Chocolatetown, USA at the Giant Center, the sweetest place on earth. It is an exciting time in Hershey, PA. Hershey Park open 7 days a week. New roller coaster, Wildcats Revenge. All sorts of great stuff. The campground popping. Restaurants full with great eats, outdoor patios. Top it off, the Hershey Bears still playing later than ever. On June 17th in Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals, a chance to take a series lead. We're underway in period 2. John Hayden skating left to right. He'll take it in, back behind the goal. On the far wing, up the boards, gave it away to no one in particular. And cleared down the ice. Hayden joined this team midway through the playoffs. Had to clear waivers with a Kraken as the puck deflected up and out of play. Kind of almost an unfair addition. He had 47 regular season games, 7 in Seattle. As Joey DeCourt looks on. 0-0 just underway here in the second.
And to watch that play from Hayden is kind of indicative of what's been happening on their power play and just defensively in general. The Bears doing an awesome job of keeping that puck out of the middle and in front of Hunter Shepard. The Firebirds have tried a couple times to get some passes in the middle and front, just have not been successful. A real commitment from Hershey.
An offensive zone face-off. The Bears elect to put Riley Sutter, their best in the circle, out. That's why. Wins it cleanly. Iorio's drive, knuckles wide. Deflected beneath the goal line as Sutter in hot pursuit is Brogan Rafferty able to untangle it and maneuver the puck up the near boards. Lucas Johansson gloves and drops it. The Bears turn it in behind the goal with Sutter laying the boom in the far corner. Mallenstein broke his stick. Morelli to the goal. A pass saved to Cord. Mason's be able to create some rebounds with his wrist shots. Mallenstein back with a fresh stick, courtesy of the equipment crew.
That's really unfortunate. His stick was broken because Sutter just put a crunch down off the board. That gave an opportunity to Beck Mallenstein potentially for a rebound that was lost.
Evans with Morelli drinked all over him. Mason nearly picked his pocket. The center ice, the Firebirds have it over the Bears' blue line. Rafferty chips it in behind the net. Iorio gets there first for Hershey. 2 men on him. Wobbling puck comes to McElrath. He can't handle it. But Morelli in good position to sky the puck to neutral. Down the ice it goes. Coachella Valley changing. Thrown up the middle. Good steal. Morelli allows the Bears to fling it in and go for a line change.
There's nothing clean getting through on Coachella Valley's side. Bears stopping everything, even in the neutral zone.
Broden trying to change that along the left wing. A short side shot on Shepard. Ricochets off the back glass up the near wing. Early moment, second period for Jesper Froden. Behind the net, cut off by McElrath, the Bears captain in his second year with the club. His first year wearing the C, taking over for longtime NHLer Matt Molson, who retired after last campaign. Gabriel Carlson along the far wing. The center ice, Garrett Pilon will carry him. Over the red line, cuts to the right, dumps it in near corner. First on it, Connor McMichael smacks it in behind the goal. And the puck played out in front, McMichael with it. The board found it, sticked it away. That thing took a fortuitous hop for Coachella. I think DeCord and McMichael, the only guys who knew where it was, and luckily the Firebirds goaltender able to stab it aside.
Well, that was a 2-on-none because Snively was right there and McMichael saw him. Great play by Joey DeCord.
It's like it. Firebirds thought it was going around the net, hit the side of the goal, and careened down front. The center ice, Sam Annis with it. Over the blue line, down the slot. His shot blocked, never made it through. 2 Firebirds missed the puck. Bears can't take advantage of the new life. Austin Pagansky the other way. To the right wing, wrist shot, Shepard seals it, no rebound. Into the catching glove off his left arm on the chance from Schultz. as we send it downstairs early in the second to our own Andrew Callista.
Birds get all the attention, because they're lighting the lamp a bunch of times. But let's give a shout out to Logan Day. Outside of his fancy hat that he wears both in and out of the arena, he leads the Bears blue line with 12 points this postseason. 2 goals, 9 assists, and he's tied for second in the AHL in postseason points among blue liners. Day's 12 points equals his regular season outpoint, and he's done it in 20 games less.
Logan has been very good. Well said, Andrew. And one of the more unique guys on the team out of Florida. He's got the mustache, he's got the mullet, he's got the unique personality, he keeps it light. Sometimes you don't know what he's saying or what he's going to do next. And that's the type of guy the Bears love to have on an AHL deal. He has been a revelation in these playoffs.
Yeah, he's been clutch. They've needed his points, too, in a really tight series with the Rochester Americans.
9 points in the month of May, just sensational against the Amherst, and 3 assists in his last 2 here at Giant Center. Hershey defending in their own zone. 16:45 to go, second period. Wedge back to the left point for the Firebirds. Evans shot into the safety net off the stick of Sam Annis and out of play. Never made it to Shepard. The conversation of Inks continues between Vinny Iorio and Cameron Hughes.
The last one that did reach Shepard, we didn't get a chance to talk about that. What a great job just not allowing a rebound. It wasn't an easy shot to handle, but we've seen Hunter Shepard all year long be able to handle those tough ones right into the midsection or right at the top of the pads and have it not leak out right in front, because Tawinski was right there.
And Bilesma takes a peek at the scoreboard. His team does not want to go home with their backs against the wall. Game number 6 is Monday. Will be necessary at Acrisure Arena in Palm Desert, California, as offside is called. Coast-to-coast finals for the first time since the AHL had their westward expansion in 2015-16. 2,500 miles between these two teams. You don't play them in the regular season. And after the finals got off to a real slow start for the Bears, the tide has really turned.
And you get to experience all 2,500 of those miles back and forth, Zach. And we'll all get it early tomorrow to get out the door. It's going to be a sprint to the finish, as we said at the beginning of the broadcast. Get this game over with, and then you go game 6 quickly Monday, and if there's a game 7, it's Wednesday. So things are going to wrap up quick.
Bunt to the point. Firebirds hold it in. Olafson along the left wing. Shot got knocked down. You win tonight for Hershey. Just got to win 1 of 4 games total on the road to win the Calder Cup. Right side corner, Mason Morelli went to the Firebirds. Thought it was a hand pass, but play continues. Morelli with it behind the net. Bears looking to take advantage. Knocked down by McCormick. Former Binghamton Senator, had a career year this year. Hit hard in the boards. McCormick, 28 goals, 68 points.
Nice play by him, because not too many guys have been taking down Mason Morelli.
Off the center in the body of Olafson. He'll dart it in down the near wing. Looking for the icebreaker. Shepard, the stick save, bounces in front. Oh, Shepard slid over, a reactionary save. And a center, it's Vecchione. Down the left wing on Whitcomb. He'll drop to Gabriel Carlson. Deflected high and wide and into the safety net. That's a 10-beller from Hunter Shepard. Really wasn't a second shot, but it bounced back on net. He had to be quick, cat-like reflexes.
Well, underrated save in the sense of you just take that vision for granted and how quickly he just spots the puck and has a feel for it. And you can see it really was somewhat of an innocent shot, a good decision to throw it on net. He knows where it comes off of him, and he finds it right away, and he knows, wait a second, I don't have a handle on this. I'm sliding over, and that pad is just straight flat against the ice. Well done.
Good second save from Shepard with Alexander True standing in front. He's got 7 in the playoffs. Denied of number 8. We remain scoreless. Frank gets his stick on the puck in front. Day on the takeaway, knocks it to center. Whitco can't get it, neither can Vecchione. Cartier will take it. His shot deflected up and out of play again. Firebirds have tried some long-range wristers on Shepard, either shooting for rebounds or trying to score from distance. The Bears have done a good job getting their sticks on those.
They are getting in the way of everything, keeping in front of their men, not letting them get through, and not letting them get a shot at Hunter.
Draw remains inside the zone. The second period of the regular season, the Bears found themselves outscoring opponents 72-66. Second period, after a real slow start in this series, has continued to be where they have amped up their game. Not quite as early in this period. If they struck, no one has struck yet, but looking for some quality opportunities on the court with the shots at 9 apiece. Snively to center will redirect the puck in behind the Firebirds net. As Michael goes for a hit, unable to get there. Cartier turned over to Garrett Pilon, waits for his teammates to tag up, and drives it in. DeCord to handle it, funnels it far side corner boards. Firebirds look to break to center. Podorowski gets it to the far Bears blue line. Broken up by Hershey, and they regain control and look to start to transitional offense. Johansson indirectly off the board. Snively to McMichael. Well tracked by Frode. The forward got back. And end-to-end we go with Carson Turinsky. Spins away from the pressure. Clears to the near wing. Evans, the defenseman, in tight. Knocked away near corner defensively by McElrath. There's a chance to clear it. Snively quickly converged upon. But a helping hand of LaPierre. Hershey looks to take it behind the net. Iorio struggled with the puck. It got stuck along the boards. Firebirds will get in center, and Shepard, a great save on Turinsky. Set up by Pagansky, and Shepard is there. Point blank denial.
Firebirds are ratcheting up the pressure. Absolutely, forwards all over the defense and making it difficult for the Bears to clear it. And wow, what a grade A opportunity this is coming from behind the net. You saw him take a quick peek out, and he saw his teammate right in front. He gets Turinsky. Oh boy, Hunter Shepard in perfect spot, but that was really, really nice pass from Pagansky, who before, as he was retrieving that puck, took a look and he knew he had him there.
Puck really slowed up around the base of the boards, which made it tough for Iorio to handle. LaPierre helped. Firebirds got possession. Iorio a little tardy to get back to the net. Good save there. LaPierre and offensively, the puck rolls in on DeCord, shoots it up the near boards. Back to center ice. Carlson with it for Hershey. The center gloved and dropped by Pagansky. Physical line out on the ice for Coachella Valley. Shot in back behind the net. Gabriel Carlson with the shoulder check to collect it. Far side cornered boards. McElrath up the near wing. He'll spin it around, hit the body of Carlson. He'll take it in beneath the goal line and look to settle it.
Yeah, really having a hard time shaking those forwards and getting anything going coming out of the zone.
13:25 left second period. 0-0. Thanks for being with us radio side as well. On Sirius XM NHL Network Radio is a shot from Hayden right in the glove of Shepard. He'll hold it. 13:17 left in the second. No score in Game 5. Series tied at 2 apiece. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup.
5-Hour Energy. Think of it as 5-second coffee for when you wake up too late to make it, or you don't have time to wait in line for it, or you're just too busy for a coffee break. 5-Hour Energy. The 5-second coffee.
My name is John David Carpton.
Dr. Kimberly Stegmeyer.
Dr. Edith Perez.
I'm a medical oncologist.
And I focus on cancer prevention.
People are always asking me, why?
Why do I do this work?
2 words come to mind for me. One is responsibility. The other is purpose.
There was a child that, I took care of and adored, and she said to me, Dr. Kim, will you remember me forever? Sorry. It's been a hard year.
Every day I think of the faces of patients when I see their smiles, when I tell them that new treatments are helping their lives.
It's just so inspiring to do research that impacts human lives.
Stand Up to Cancer has been a critical partner in advancing research for cancer.
Cancer research saves lives.
So please, help us fight in this battle against cancer.
At Nutro, we believe in growing healthy dogs. Our nutritious food is made with high-quality, natural ingredients to help dogs live full and active lives. Let's grow healthy dogs.
NBC Sports Washington is your home in the District of Champions.
Off the draw, Hunter Shepard with a right pad save. 6 shots for the Firebirds in this period and just 1 for Hershey. But we remain scoreless courteous of the Bears goaltender. Borgstrom on the steal. Numbers for the Bears ahead. Vecchione to the corner. Didn't quite formulate. Frank shot stop. Rebound! Just banned on by Vecchione. It was there for the taking. Off the body of DeCord. But we remain scoreless. Best chance of the period for Hershey. Vecchione can't get it. McCormick will. There's some room. Dangles in front. Great sweep of the puck away by Frank. McCormick left point. Hops the tape of Tennyson. Well, the Firebirds are feeling it here in the second period.
Yeah, the Bears came out of that timeout, made something happen, but the Firebirds really like what they're doing so far here in this second period. They put a lot of pressure on the Bears defensively and offensively once they get the turnover.
Shepard up the boards. Morelli to Mallenstein. Trying to get around Whitcomb. Off the side of the net, sticked aside by DeCord. In a 0-0 game, it's Cole Lynn with it at center. Tries the left wing. McCormick ahead, broken out Morelli. Whitco there gets him, hits him into the boards. Morelli maintains possession momentarily. Now it's tied up in the feet of Iorio McCormick, looking to move the pile. Cole Lynn with it, far side corner. Kicked out of the pile by Sutter. He'll knock it loose, swung at, got it to the blue line, and to center. Morelli can't handle it, but stepping up and taking it, Johansson. Lucas Johansson for Hershey. Right wing Morelli. Down low to Johansson, centered in front, tipped on goal. 2 saves to Gord along the goal line. Bears get it back. Wobbling puck to the right side, Morelli. To the blue line, McElrath bombs away, missed the net. On the center point, Slapper. Sutter along the near wing to Mallenstein. Tired, Firebirds are out. Beck being cross-checked to the board, staying with it, battling with Schultz. To the point, Gabriel Carlson. Can the Bears strike? McElrath thinks the Slapper. Snively fresh on the ice. Goes to the net front. Wheeling it around. Left point, McElrath's drive. Blocker saved DeCord. He saw it all the way. But the Bears have him hemmed deep. Looking to draw first blood in Game 5. McMichael at the blue line. On goal, DeCord the save. McElrath can't handle the rebound. In unfamiliar territory. Nearly had one. Snively at the blue line. Great shift here. Right side P-lock. With his head up. To Snively, left circle, he shoots, tipped on goal, DeCord the save, they jam away. Where is it? It's underneath the goaltender, who makes another save, and a penalty coming up on the Firebirds. An unnecessary takedown of Snively by Lind, and at least one penalty. Will it be a power play for Hershey, or will it even out? We shall see.
Oh, the humanity in there, a bunch of bodies. Dylan McElrath down there low. Not used to being in there, but he's pounding away for the Hershey Bears. Joey DeCord just hanging tough. Beck Mallenstein had a couple of golden chances in front too, and DeCord just didn't give him any lanes, no holes to go through. And then again, they hammer away in front. It's going to result, looks like, in a power play as Joe Snively was taken down away from the net.
And they've called that all series. If you cross-check a guy in a vulnerable position away from the net front, after a whistle, it has been called all series. And they stick with that. Cody Beach made the call. The Bears to the power play. That's one where the Firebirds had taken a couple, and the Bears have adjusted to it after getting caught on that same play in Game 2 themselves. 0 for 1 on the power play. They go to work trying to. Borgstrom wins it right off the draw. Bears trying to draw first blood and take the lead. To the goal line, tucked in front. DeCord the save. Morelli looked to charge it to the net himself. Tied up behind the goal. Pittman doesn't get a lot on it, but enough to clear it. Again, the puck rolling on its edge as Connor McMichael will retrieve it. This power play features 5 forwards for Hershey. McMichael plays the back end. He'll drop it on off. 0-0. Nearly halfway home in this one. Game number 5. Series tied at 2 apiece. Tonight is critical. Vecchione to Snively. Juggles and knocks it down off his chest. Beneath the goal line, Morelli after it. Firebirds will clear it up the near boards. Cherinsky to center. It's around Vecchione. Former teammate, Lehigh Valley. Spun down, Hershey with possession. McMichael to center. Handled by Vecchione. Cuts to the defense. Knocked to his knees. Played it on back. Morelli quickly cut down, and it's cleared to center. Get that second power play unit out there. They've been a little more productive than the first thus far in this one. Snively, though, on the run and gun. With P-line to the net. He'll pull up to the point. And there is Logan Day. 55 with a man advantage. In a 0-0 game. Frank to Protis. Back to Ethan Frankel on the left wing. Center point Day. Far side one-timer Snively. Ricocheted wide of the goal. It was deflected. Ethan Frank to handle it. The rookie back to the point, courtesy of Pilon. He's got it again. Far wing Snively. Handles it to Frank. Left circle. High and wide. Trying to pick the top corner. Missed everything. Snively hit by McCormick. The puck popped up in the air. Stick broke. Boomerangs out of the zone. Puck stays in momentarily and cleared with 20 on the man advantage.
The stick blade cleared before the puck. Ethan Frank really had a good look at it. Took his time. Plenty of heat on it. Just missed it high and wide.
They tried to send it back. Gave it away. Hayden anticipated, stole it. Broken up by Iorio. Good defensive play, but that'll do it for the Bears' power play. They do not strike and kept off the scoreboard.
Last couple of minutes, they've had a lot of offensive pressure. Have not been able to get on the board and get this crowd on their feet.
Puck dumped in. Protas with it left corner. Trying to center and another stick blast. This time it's Pilon. Got a bit of a yard sale here. He'll change rather than get a new one. As the puck cleared to center ice. Lynn with it. Wide. Cuts to the right. Leaves the middle. Rafferty's shot. Bounces wide off a Bear stick. Clearing the zone is LaPierre. They'll get it to him at center. Who shoots it in? Olofsson having a hard time handling it. To the blue line. Stolen Iorio. Across to Johansson. Stutter step. Trying to put it through traffic. Broden got out of the way to keep it 0-0 with 8 left in the second period. Who will blink first? At the line, laterally across. LaPierre unable to hold it in. The Bears forward. Falls back defensively, and a penalty call on the swing of the stick from LaPierre. Enough of a slash to call a minor. Second power play for the Firebirds coming up in a 0-0 game. Take a breather and be back. You're tuned in to Game 5 of the 2023.
Hello, innovation. Goodbye, injuries. Hello, science. Goodbye, seizures. Hello, tiny incisions. Goodbye, lengthy recoveries. At Children's National Hospital, we're making breakthroughs daily so we can say hello to a healthier future for kids.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. And in our family, we're used to getting involved, and I encourage you to do the same, especially when it comes to caring for your loved ones. When I think about Alzheimer's and the impact it had on my family, I recognize that losing a race isn't such a bad day after all. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
The best Capitals coverage starts here, only on NBC Sports Washington, your home of the Washington Capitals. Let's go, Caps!
The Bears are going back. Power play, Coachella Valley in a 0-0 Game 5 here at Giant Center. 7:40 left of the second period. Hendricks LaPierre off for slashing. Firebirds 0 for 1 on the power play, and Hershey really kept them out of any dangerous spots. Tie up along the near boards now as Riley Sutter does his thing in the corner, defending Podorowski. Puck work back to Riker Evans, the blue line. His shot never made it to Shepard, blocked by Malenstein. Rainbows to the point. Malenstein, it's like a bull in a china shop, just knocks it back to center.
If he only needs to move you like a couple of inches, that's going to happen. That's an easy one.
Sturdy on his skates, hard hitting, and great hockey IQ. It's Gabriel Carlson behind the goal. McElrath up the perimeter of the boards. It slows up. Malenstein poked to the line, not out. Rolled away though. McElrath to Malenstein. He will clear it. Bears will get the forwards off, but not the defenseman. Long changes here in the second period. Good back check. McMichael knocks the puck away. Got it from Podorowski again. Pilon a little bit stuck in the mud to center. Hit hard by Evans. Gets around it. Pilon on the right side. 1-on-3. Will just take it to the corner and put it around behind the net. Kill the clock. It goes all the way back to center. Michael will fling it in. And the Bears will get a line change as the clock down to 45 on the LaPierre minor. 6:30 left in the second. Still looking for the game's first goal.
The PK unit's been so strong here in Game 4 and early in Game 5. Firebirds really no answer to it at this point.
Jesper Froden over the blue line to no one on the left wing. Iorio to steal it and just drop it down the ice.
So much to like about what the Hershey Bears have done in this game with their effort, the energy they're getting from the crowd, offensive execution. They've got to come around in that category and get on the board first. They can kill this penalty.
Bolted in behind the Bears net. Iorio trying to clear it. It got knocked down. Sutter is there. He whips it the length of the ice. Penalty kill perfection. Patrick Weller, the assistant coach, runs the unit. His guys are dialed and ready. 2 for 2 tonight. We remain scoreless. Turinsky and his own blue line for Coachella Valley. Whistle will go. Too many men on the ice, I believe, here on the Firebirds. And a power play for Hershey when we return. Big opportunity for the Bears to go in front. A mistake at the Coachella Valley bench. Back after this in Game 5. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Final.
Designed for adventure with Toyota reliability. The new RAV4 is everything you're looking for, while crafting a new era for user experience. Right now, get 3.99% APR on a new RAV4. Adventure is what you make of it. Toyota, let's go places.
Basketball season isn't over as the WNBA season is ramping up. The Mystics are loaded for another year and ready to make a statement. Make sure to catch all of the Mystics action here on NBC Sports Washington.
And I remember kind of thinking like, oh my gosh, I think we could be sisters, because I think we look, and I don't think at that time, I think you're the one to tell me that we had the same birthday. It's really unbelievable when you think about it, because it's been like really over 20 years that you were my mother and father's banker. You became my banker. And now Fran is in her 3rd year of college and you're her banker. And
so unbelievable because I'm just 20 years old.
Everyone's a winner at MGM National Harbor with our 3-team parlay of food, drinks, and sports. Find out more about our immersive sports experience at mgmnationalharbor.com. It's guaranteed to be monumental.
Hey, I'm Matt Adams, host of the Fairways of Life show, and you can catch us every week right here on NBC Sports Washington. If it happens in the game of golf, we'll take you inside the ropes.
5:38 left in the second. Too many men on the ice called on Coachella Valley. Bench minor. 3rd power play Hershey. Both teams 0 for 2 in a scoreless game. Series tied at 2. This is one that you want to make them pay off.
Now's the time. Now's the time. They do not make those mistakes often. Got to take advantage. Been close this period. We've dominated offensively. Have not been able to finish. Got to do it here.
Onside, Frank chases after it. Back behind the goal. Power play for 135. Frodin to serve. Brodus having a back check. McCormick to clear all the way down. Only a time left, 90 seconds on the man advantage. Logan Day takes it behind his own goal. Fresh penalty killers out for the Firebirds. Day as far as his own blue line. Drops back to first to Sam Annis. He'll cut it in, left wing to Protas. Back to Frank, rolled on net in the glove of DeCord. Offensive zone drop for the Bears. Chance to change the personnel if they so desire, and they will elect to do that with 1:11 left on the power play.
Yeah, this unit didn't get much going in their time on the ice, about 50 seconds. That's an opportunity there. Ethan and Frank just couldn't handle it as they were cutting to the net. So we'll see. It starts with the draw and Henrik Borgstrom out there.
Right idea with Annis going to the net. It's not a clean look. Borgstrom on the face-off. Tied it up, 50-50 puck battle to the visitors and cleared off the skate of the linesman Ryan Jackson and all the way down. Shepard to set up, 5 forwards out for Hershey, including Connor McMichael, who runs it from the back end, looking to find his stride to the front. It's up the middle to Borgstrom. Offside called on Hershey, and a neutral zone face-off with 53 seconds now on the penalty kill time.
Timing just a bit off there as they tried to get across the blue line. It came back, and that's what happens. You got to get it across there before you lose a man behind.
Draw neutral. Snively, Morelli, Borgstrom, McMichael, and Vecchione, the 5-man group. They did score the power play goal for Hershey in game number 4 in this building on Thursday night. It came from Mike Vecchione. It came on their first try in the first period. Nobody has found the back of the net yet in this one. Special teams so critical in the playoffs. Can it be the Bears? McMichael darts it down the right wing. Back to the point. They got it set up now. The alternate captain, Vecchione, to Snively. Sends it across. McMichael, right point, off the boards. Down low, Morelli in front. Stick save to Cord. Rebound smack dab to Cord. Stops and covers. It hangs on with 23 seconds left. On the penalty, a chance in tight in the second effort.
That looked like Mike Vecchione had a really clean look at it and would be able to lift it. Let's see, the puck's kind of flipping around. It's in the air, so he really would have had to time it with some good hand-eye coordination. Here it is right here. That bounce, you can't quite see it with the cord in the way. Might be able to take a look at it right here. But Joey DeCord getting the job done.
Good recipe for success, though. Jam play at the net, go there for the second try. It does not have to be pretty this time of year.
You get those many chances in front of the net, something's going to lay a little flat for you. He's going to give you just a little bit of a lane.
Word perfect so far. Firebirds win the face-off and clear it. 20 on the power play. Bears are getting their normal personnel out there, ready for it to be back to full strength. It's Johansson behind his own net. He can really skate. Look at him go to center. Lucas with it over the blue line. Takes it himself. Right wing center. Banks on goal. Six save to Cord. Lapierre behind the net. Centers and center. Band on the shot. Try to one-time it from the slot. That's at the point. Power play's over, but the Bears still have it. Riley Sutter, left circle to Cord to save the rebound. Bounces back on goal. Lapierre was knocked down. And Tennyson giving him the business on the ice. Everyone told to back up.
And Lapierre reached up, antagonized a little bit. He didn't like he was being held down. So,
coming up in our intermission report, Andrew Calista joins us to bring you the Roar origin story with Mike Vecchione, the Bears celebration. And he'll join Bears Hall of Famer Mitch Lamoureux for highlights and analysis with Todd and I too. Stay with us. Coming up, Bears would love to get one as Todd Nelson and Nick Bootlin look on, two of the Bears coaches.
Surprise? I wouldn't have predicted 0-0. 3:29 left in the second period.
I'm not surprised the Firebirds have adjusted defensively, but 21 shots for the Bears now. They have done everything but beat the Cord, and it doesn't feel reminiscent of one or two. This feels different. Doing a lot of things right, and Protas deflected just high on a nice feed from Day. Day just seems to open everything up. Pass to the blue line. Right side Day. Centers to Lapierre. Jammed up, couldn't get the shot. They're all over him again here, dictating the play. Hannes to the near corner. Rafferty will take it away. Lapierre cuts it off behind the net. Tried to center it, knocked down. Protas swings at it. Falling over was Evans. Valley again able to escape as the puck shot up and into the Firebirds bench. But right now you're feeling that goal. If you're Dan Bilesma, his team hemmed in their own zone quite a bit here.
They are just hanging on here in the second period. Very fortunate to still be scoreless. Bears have really had some good chances right in front of DeCord. That time, crossing pass from Logan Day. Alexi Protas got away from him a little bit. Good look from Day. You mentioned that's happened several times with Logan Day on that right side. He's had an opening, and he's passing it and leading to some offensive opportunities.
I believe the last 12 shots have gone to Hershey in this period. Firebirds won a draw and smacked it on net to make it 6-1 on the shots. They're now 13-6 here in this period. And a power play in the middle of that. Shane right to center, though. Fortunate bounce. Hit the skate from Gabriel Carlson. Right place, right time, even though it wasn't face of the puck to break that up. Firebirds take it away. Orphan in front. Holded line to Shepard. 2:40 left, second period. Mike Vecchione to center. Chips it ahead to Frank. Tips it in. First on it. Frank blows a tire, falls down. Vecchione picks it up. Play to the point. Frank being held up. Fans want to call. Vecchione blue line. McElrath will settle it. Across to Iorio. Wrist shot in front. Comes loose. Vecchione swings at it. He'll get it back. Johansson off the bench. Right side Iorio. Ill-advised pass across. Look for Vecchione. Clear to the line. Not out.
I'm not sure what Iorio saw there. If he thought he was open, looked like he might have had a chance at a shot, get a rebound.
Puck cleared in behind the Bears net. Under 2 to go in the second period. 0-0 for Mason Morelli here in Game 5. He'll put it in deep. Valenstein first there. Morelli hit, knocked down. Sutter Hands in to Johansson. Bears are winning puck battles here. One of Todd Nelson's keys tonight. Pirelli unable to gain control, though, and Podorowski emerges to center for the Firebirds. Dumped in behind the net of Shepard. The puck takes a hop. He'll play it up the near boards. Gets it to the line into center to Sutter. He's got a man wide on the right. It's Mallenstein. Johansson the trailer. The defenseman of Mallenstein broken up at the last moment. Good stick by Podorowski and the Firebirds. Swinging ahead. Whitco down the left wing. Cuts to the middle. Day gets back with some help to break it up. Day under pressure. Up the boards. Just got it to the line. Held in. And Day battling far corner as we approach the final minute of period 2. Elon will cut in to take it. He's got McMichael breaking. But good anticipation. Olafson gloves it, drops it to prevent the breakaway. Starts Coachella offensively. Shepard steers out with a blocker save. Petman falls down. And Hershey will slow the tempo.
Both teams working hard, end-to-end action. They want to get on the board before the intermission.
Elon against Icing with this speed. 35 of the period. Bears looking for a late one. Potentially a backbreaker. Firebirds have other ideas. Cleared back to the Bears defensive zone blue line. 25 left in a scoreless game. Second period. Ness with the rolling puck. Gonna pull on back. Looks for a lane. He's got it on the left wing. Deflects it into Snively, but too eager. And offside is called. One last face-off here in the second with 11.5 seconds to spare in this period that's seen the Bears on the cusp, but unable to break through. And give DeCord some credit. He has made some good saves, 21 in this game, but Bears have also just had some chances that would not go in close quarters.
They've had the best of it, and in some situations, maybe they're a little too close in front. Haven't had too many shots from the circle or around that area. Most of it's hammered away at Joey DeCord, and he's been up to the challenge so far. On the other end, Hunter Shepard, they've had some kind of sneaky opportunities on him, and he's kept his positioning very, very well.
Lynn thrown out of the face-off circle, sent packing with the draw in front of the Coachella Valley bench. Face-off one to Gabriel Carlson. 5 seconds left of the period. Takes a peek at the clock. He'll wait it out and send us in to the second intermission. 0-0. A low scoring, no scoring, in fact, nail-biting affair here in Chocolate Town. Some close calls, Todd, in the second for the Bears, but Joey DeCord doing what he does best, keeping his team right there.
Look at that, some body pile-ups in front there. The Bears have been hammering at him, but you can see, you don't see anything through the pads. Nothing's come out where they can go over the shoulder or just to the side of them. Both goaltenders controlling the action.
Shots on goal, 21-13. We'll look more at it in our second period stats coming up. Take a breather and return here from Giant Center. Andrew Callista, Mitch Lamru join us shortly. 0-0 in Game 5. Back after the break. You're tuned into the 2023 Calder Cup Final.
Here's an easy tip to eating healthier. The American Heart Association recommends filling half your plate with fresh, frozen, canned, or dried fruits or veggies. Brought to you by Sheehy Auto Stores during our Sheehy Has Heart sales event to benefit the American Heart Association and to make living a heart-healthy life easier.
Hi, I'm Katie from Long Roofing. For 4 generations, we've helped families just like yours bring beauty, value, and comfort to their homes. Our professional and customer-focused process will ensure that you protect your home for decades to come. Call now to get no payments and no interest for a full year, plus $1,500 off. Get your free estimate today, and you'll see we do roof replacement the right way, the long way.
Everyone knows that putting money aside in savings is really important. But then what? Should you keep your savings in a CD with a guaranteed rate, or keep them liquid in a money market? Can your checking account help you save too? There's a savings combination that's right for your life and your budget. We'll help you build it. Let's talk about what saving looks like for you. Sandy Spring Bank.
At AAMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AAMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission, valve body, and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
Basketball season isn't over as the WNBA season is ramping up. The Mystics are loaded for another year and ready to make a statement. Make sure to catch all of the Mystics action here on NBC Sports Washington.
Capital One Arena is the destination for all the best concerts and shows to hit the DMV. From heart-pounding music to show-stopping performances, Capital One Arena has it all. Check out some of the shows coming soon to Capital One Arena. Davido, Alicia Keys, Erykah Badu, Drake. Visit CapitalOneArena.com for more information.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43. As the Bears have stormed back to even this series at 2 games apiece, they did it in large part thanks to the man behind the roar that has taken Bears Nation by storm. And at morning skate, Hershey Bears fans are anxious to have their own roar with Mike Vecchione. As fans mingle around Giant Center, there is one sound that everyone loves to hear. The roar starts with one man, forward Mike Vecchione, who did it as a joke in the preseason as a post-goal celebration. Now Bear Nation is roaring for more.
It's definitely the heart and the soul. I mean, you see everybody up on the roar cam doing the same thing that Vecchione's doing.
The team has really taken on the persona with the roar very well. You know, the crowd's doing it, the team's doing it, especially after a big goal. I think it's really taken its fame, and I think it will live on now for years to come.
Roar! Rally towels emblazoned with a faceless player gets the crowd and team into it, but everyone knows who owns the roar.
Mike Vecchione?
I think it's Vecchione.
I think it's a great way to help the team get amped up, and it's definitely a nice thing for the crowd to be able to take a part in.
The energy and roars in the stands at Giant Center have filtered down to the ice, and the man who started it all.
Just to see everybody in the stands with the hands up and the roars and the roar cam and warm-ups. I'm just skating around. I see kids against the glass like begging me to roar, and their hands are just pounding on the glass. It's just been a lot of fun, and yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere to start the season, and we rolled with it, and it just turned into this huge thing. And it was just chilling last night to have 10,500 people all screaming, waving the towels, and then roaring at the end. So it was an incredible feeling, and hopefully we can get that done on Saturday as well.
Stay with us. More Hershey Bears hockey coming up in the Calder Cup Finals here on Fox 43.
Five Hour Energy wants to charge up your summer. Just purchase any 5 Hour Energy product, then enter for a chance to win an EcoCharge electric ATV. Just go to 5hecharge.com for details. 5 Hour Energy. Charge it up.
Lather up the sunscreen and throw on the shades because super hot summer savings are here at Oarsman Chevrolet of Bowie. During the summer sales event, get a hot deal on a new Chevy from Oarsman Chevrolet of Bowie. With financing as low as 3.9%. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy from us, offering up to 130% of Kelley Blue Book value. Don't miss the hot deals all summer long.
Remember, you always get your way at Oarsman Chevrolet of Bowie.
Even after 40 years serving our area, people still ask, what is a 5-star technician? Well, it's simple. They're the best.
When you're talking heating and air conditioning, they're professionally trained and the most knowledgeable in the business. For your plumbing or electrical needs, they can do it all.
For pest control and home performance, trust me, you want a 5-star technician at your home. For more than 40 years, Crop Metcalf, home of the 5-star technician.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Our excellence is shining, yet so many of us are dying. Colon screenings are a must. They're recommended for those 45 and up. It's on us to stand up to cancer once and for all.
Hi,
surfer dude, what's up? I see you looking at me. Take those earbuds out of your ears and come talk to me. I'm the Big C.
What is the Big C?
I'm here to tell you about skin cancer.
Hello?
Did you know your risk for melanoma doubles if you had more than 5 sunburns?
No.
No. Listen, mirrors don't lie. And more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
If we see something new, changing, or unusual, that could be skin cancer.
Is there skin cancer on me right now?
I'm not a dermatologist, but you know who is?
Yeah.
Your dermatologist. Come closer. That tiny spot on your nose could be the end of you. You guys checking yourselves out in the mirror right now? That could be skin cancer. The good news is, if you catch it early enough, you can be A-OK. You gotta get checked, girl.
Do I?
Yes! Everybody has to get checked. See the Big C today.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43. 40 minutes in the book, scoreless Game 5. Andrew Calista, Mitch Lamoureux. Mitch, kind of a tale of two halves of a period right there. Coachella Valley kind of controlled the first 9.5 minutes.
Yeah, they did. They did kind of control it. They weren't dominating or anything like that. They had one really good chance by number 18, Carson Twarensky. I have a tough time saying his name. Quality chance there on a pass from behind the goal line. But after that, it took the Bears, at the 9:30 mark, they had 2 back-to-back shifts. One by the wrecking ball line, Riley Sutter's line, followed up by Connor McMichael's line. They peppered DeCord with several chances, controlled the puck in the zone for about 2 good minutes, and they had some quality chances, but weren't able to bury one.
Mike Vecchione, a couple of quality chances. Puck kind of hopped on him a couple times in front of the net. On one of those, Dylan McElrath actually comes down from the blue line, tries to jab one home, draws a penalty in the ruckus there, and that kind of switched the momentum where the Bears kind of, I'd say, more than controlled the last half of that period.
Yeah, they did. They controlled the last half of the period. They had 2 power plays, weren't able to convert, but they did have a penalty kill, and the penalty kill was flawless. They've had 2 penalty kills tonight. Excellent. Second one, the second effort by guys like Garrett Pilon, Beck Malenstein, Riley Sutter, and I can't forget who the other guy is, but I mean, they're just sacrificing in second effort out there, second to none, and they're doing a fantastic job killing penalties. I mean, on the first penalty kill in the first period, I mean, Coachella Valley didn't even get 1 shot. So good on the Bears. It's still tight out there, tight checking. The Bears got to get their feet moving, create chances, and the second half of the period, with so many fans in here, it's getting hot. The ice is not really smooth, so the puck's bouncing everywhere. So whenever they get a chance inside the slot, inside the zone, they got to put it on net and have somebody go to the net for a rebound. We had a chance there. Pilon come in the one time, and it bounced right over his stick on a rebound. But those are the ones that they're going to have to get in tight.
It's kind of you got to shoot first and then hope for one of those bouncing pucks to come your way in front of the net. And we've seen that a couple times real quick here, Mitch. What do the Bears have to do to just slam one home?
Like I said, they got to put pucks on net, keep their feet moving, and, drive the net, look for a dirty goal.
He's a Hall of Famer. He knows what he's talking about. When we come back, Todd Sadowski and Zach Fish go through 40 minutes of highlights. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey right here on Fox 43.
When I coach kids sports, I teach my players about teamwork, winning, and always giving 100%. At Chase and Boscolo, we've been using those same principles since 1986 to help injured people rebuild their lives. We answer your questions, treat you like family, and fight for your best interests. We're lawyers that care. If you've been injured, call Chase and Boscolo, 1-800-728-5898.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Hello, innovation. Goodbye, injuries. Hello, science. Goodbye, seizures. Hello, tiny incisions. Goodbye, lengthy recoveries. At Children's National Hospital, we're making breakthroughs daily so we can say hello to a healthier future for kids.
introduce you to the atmosphere that is Capital One for the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I really like to get to know the players and just meeting some of the other season ticket holders.
Pretty special to have such a great support from the fans, and that's really what it's all about.
Come here. Yeah, this way.
Cleaning your dog's teeth can be hard. But not with Greenie's dental treats. Greenies, make health a treat.
At Oarsman, we're driven to give our customers our best selection and prices. So we're staffing up to get ready for another dynamic sales event. A winning combination backed by our Lifetime Edge. With over $1,500 in unexpected extras, including car washes, loaner cars, and our Lifetime Engine Guarantee.
Get 3.99% for 48 months on all new 2023 gas Camrys, Corollas, Highlanders, RAV4s, and Tacomas.
With all our great deals and our Lifetime Edge, you may have to clone yourself to appreciate all the savings.
Oarsman Chantilly Toyota. Let's ride together.
Welcome back to the Giant Center and Hershey Bears hockey from the 5th floor press box here in Chocolatetown, USA. With that, Albert behind us, our producer. He's Todd Sadowski. I'm Zach Fish. Great to be with you. Andrew Callista, ice side, their own Mitch Lamrew as well. 0-0, no goals to speak of through 40 minutes of action. As we take a look at the highlights, Todd, we don't have any goals yet, but a lot of chances for Hershey in that second period. It feels like they're doing things the right way, and hopefully the dam is about to break. But it was Hunter Shepard that was busy early, and then really things shifted and went Hershey's direction, but not before some big saves by the Bears goaltender.
I love the vision on Hunter Shepard right there, and just the positioning, and just he knows what he's doing. And then, of course, Don Scott, if you want to speak to Don, just 54 years, I believe you said.
A long, long time. Off-ice official, PA announcer. He does a lot of reporting as well. Great to have him honored. He's retiring after tonight. Love to see the Bears reward him with a goal here, but Decord deep in his crease on a couple of these goal line stands to keep it out.
Common theme. There it is, right in front of Joey Decord. You can see there's the pass from Connor McMichael and Mason Morelli, and then Mike Vecchione gets in on the action, and still nothing. Still blanked on the score sheet. Look at Joey Decord. He's just calm, cool, relaxed. That one gets away from him, and he collects the puck while there's chaos in front. So a little bit frustrating for the offense as you watch them go to work and really do a lot of nice things. But to see that goose egg still for the Bears, that's not what you want to see after 2 periods. But here we go. It all sets up. Doesn't matter if it's 5-5, 4-4, it's tied heading into the final 20 minutes of Game 5.
Just need one to get in front. The Bears will look to do that. Series tied 2-2. It's just back to California after this one. Sold-out crowd looking to roar. Third period next. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
While most drivers spend their lives going from point A to B, in America, we're all about point X. That's why our most versatile BMW X-Range vehicles are proudly manufactured right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The BMW X-Range, your next X-Venture, starts here. Hurry in to lease a 2023 BMW X3 X-Drive 30i for $619 per month.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to WeFixMoney.com and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
Hi, I'm Katie from Long Roofing. For 4 generations, we've helped families just like yours bring beauty, value, and comfort to their homes. Our professional and customer-focused process will ensure that you protect your home for decades to come. Call now to get no payments and no interest for a full year, plus $1,500 off. Get your free estimate today, and you'll see we do roof replacement the right way, the long way.
Isn't it time you got along?
You see it every day. The first dollar you earned from your first customer. Now, it hangs on your wall at headquarters, a reminder of where you started and the promise of what's still possible. In part, because you rely on a banking partner to help you make the right choices on treasury management services and leasehold and equipment loans. We believe real banking is a conversation. Let's talk about your business. Sandy Spring Bank.
The third period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is presented by Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Fans are ready to roar here in Chocolatetown, USA. 0-0 going into the third. We're deadlocked in a scoreless draw. With Todd Sadowski, I'm Zach Fish. Andrew Kalista is ice on. Fans have been ready to make noise all night. Rally towels waving. Sold out crowd. Who will break the deadlock? Whoever wins this game is one win from glory. The other team will have their backs against the wall on Monday night at Acrisure Arena for Game 6. Third period underway here in Chocolatetown. They've had the court scrambling. They've been unable to beat it. 21-13 are the shots. The Bears have played well, but they don't want this opportunity to be squandered. Their last game of the year on home ice. Firebirds right to left to center, deflected up and out of play. A souvenir for a fan.
Zach, we ran into a friend of yours during the break. If you want to say hi to him, and we want to say hello to everyone that's watching and listening all around the hockey world. Everybody on the edge of their seats. It's the only game in town, the only game on the continent, as we say, and we can't wait. The fans are on the edge. They're ready to explode here.
Yeah, Mark in the food and beverage warehouse running around is as big of a fan as you'll find. They listen to the games all the time down there while they're working. Here tonight, keeping everybody happy. Hello to him, and hello to everyone tuned in on NHL Network on tape delay and all across the hockey world. Back behind the net, 0-0. It's McMichael hitting the side of the net. Fans sing along here at Giant Center. They want to yell. It's McElrath from the right corner, fanning on a shot to the goal. Just looked to churn it there for some help. Pilon unable to keep it in, but the Bears break it up. What could have been a 3-on-2 for Coachella Valley instead turns into a dump in for Hershey. Rafferty behind the net on the rewind. The Firebirds to center. It's Cartier with it over the blue line, left wing. This is the Firebirds' 24th game of the playoffs. The guys have played every game of the regular season. Up to 96 games on the year. That is a lot. Left wing. Ballenstein winds and fires off the backboard. Sutter threw it in front. Didn't get a lot on it. And the court covers it. May have been intentional there. Slow it down and get the goalie over-committing. This wouldn't come in for the finish. Look at back there. Kind of took a little bit off it.
I think either way, it's a good decision to let her rip from that side with two forwards coming in on the play to try and finish up. No matter what happens, could be a tip to either one of those guys to finish it up. It just happened to miss the net. Riley Sutter almost got a play at it.
Sutter, Morelli, and Ballenstein. We called them the wrecking ball line earlier for their prowess with the physicality. Can they get one here? They were the heroes in overtime. Sutter with the goal. All three contributed in Game 3. Had the Bears lost that one, they could have been down 0-3 in the series. No one's ever come back from that. A puck bounces in front, and Shepard once again pouncing on top of the puck.
They're trying to center the puck, and he ended up being right there on top of it. McCormick was cut to the net. Good to see him coming to the action right there in front of Iorio, and Hunter Shepard's right there with it.
A little bit of a bounce out front. Lynn tried to thread the needle. It hit the stick of Sutter, I believe.
Yeah, redirected right in front of Hunter Shepard, who saw it. Covered up.
Draw on the left to the Bears goaltender. 27 years of age in his third pro season. Singing along to Blink 182 here at Giant Center, a la the Colorado Avalanche. It's Riley Sutter in his own zone. Oh, giveaway, uncharacteristic one. Can't take advantage. Sutter wants to make up for it. To Morelli at center. Left wing to Sutter on the dump in behind the goal. Cut down there by Olafson. Puck to the near corner. True hit hard by McElrath. Separates the Firebirds from possession. He'll take it around behind. The Bears need a change. 2 minutes, 10 seconds gone in the third period.
That's the second time Dylan McElrath has decided to go in and chase a puck, and good decision, and then he lays a big hit there. It doesn't result in an offensive opportunity, but he's making some good calls and still being aggressive from the point.
Firebirds are not getting a lot in transition tonight. Much like the Bears adjusted against Rochester, they have done that progressively throughout the series against the Firebirds rush attack. One-handed to center. In the feet of Protas. He'll knock it in between the legs of Whitcomb. Under pressure. And he scrambles after it. Made the play to Schultz. The center ice, it's Johansson with it. He'll shoot it in over the head of DeCord to the corner. Whitcomb with it, knocks it ahead. Frank intercepts it, has to wait for his teammate. Lapierre to tag up. Ethan Frank on the re-engage. Wide of the goal. Near side, Vecchione to the blue line with an Iorio. Far side, left circle, Johansson. Center point, Iorio. Wrist shot got blocked. Hughes down to a knee, and now Hughes offensively ahead. Lapierre, the lone man back. Backhand feet in front. Shepard got a piece of it on the redirect in front. John Hayden hard to the net. And Shepard able to slide out aggressively.
They had to wait a long time for Hayden to get there, and he only had just a little bit of space in front of Shepard. Wasn't able to do anything with it.
All right, I'd love to see the Bears. They got to make sure they get the puck through. Steele in front. After it, Vecchione. Broken out far wing. Vecchione does a good job running down Rafferty, who gives him a shove. Ness at the blue line. Thought he kept it in. He did not. And the whistle will go as we'll check in. 16:20 left in the third. We're scoreless. Welcome back in. Andrew Callista, ice side.
Hey guys, when coaches and players talking about giving more and have more to give, the first guy on the Bears that jump out to the fans has to be Aaron Ness as a defenseman. And you know what? It's a historic night for him as he puts on the sweater for his 50th playoff game in chocolate and white, and he is climbing the franchise rank as he is now 27th all-time on that list. His first playoff run way back in 2016 in that run to the Calder Cup Finals.
Bears didn't get a win in that finals this time around. They've got two, and they're 2 away from raising a 12th cup. A win tonight will go a long way, putting the pressure on the Firebirds. But it's Ponoralski. He lost control, but whistle goes. Firebird into the net. Interference call on McMichael. It was behind the play. We didn't see it. But very emphatic. Carter Sandlak called this one. Third power play for the Firebirds. It evens up. See if we get a second look at it. Bears defending along the near wing. McMichael in front. A Firebird wound up into the net. How did he get there? The officials determined it was illegal from Connor.
Yeah, they didn't hesitate to call it. Like you said, emphatic. They're talking about it right now, though. It's...
Did he just blow a tire there, or did Connor push him? He went feet first into the net. Officials are getting together here.
His stick was off the ice, and I don't know if that's going to be part of it. They're coming over to talk to the coach. Well, they've got it set up.
I don't know if we can get one more look at that from our guys, but Todd Nelson looks on. Man's not happy. Ball sticks. Could have been discussing the face-off location as well. It's a power play. Stays inside the zone. It's a little behind the plate. Didn't get a good read on it. We saw the Firebird player going feet first. McMichael was the man that took him down. We'll do the face-off again. So the Bears penalty kill has stymied the Firebirds so far in this one.
Well, McMichael's out there usually as the second unit as one of the forwards. So we'll see who comes out in his stead after Sutter and Mallenstein.
Don't want to get into penalty trouble here. Clock needs to be reset 1 second.
Looks like Coach Weller's talking to Mason Morelli, so he may head out there with Garrett Pilon.
Good spot by you. Sutter on the face-off against Hughes. Best him. McElrath behind the goal, but out of the reach of Mallenstein. Lindell on the boards to the point. Hot the tape. The steal. Mallenstein just missed a short-handed breakaway. Hopped his tape and went back to DeCord. This building on the edge of its seat. So close. On in stand the Firebirds. New light from the power play. Hughes along the left wing. Sutter took it away. Sutter cleared it.
It's just effortless for Riley Sutter at this point. There it is. Morelli over the boards. Filling in for McMichael.
Morelli and Pilon with Iorio and Johansson. McMichael to sit for another minute 20. Morelli gets a piece of the other number 11 True. Johansson there, grappling for position. Morelli to the line. On the backhand, couldn't get it out. Held in by Schultz. Far corner, True is in front with his big body. Intercepted Iorio, muscles it to the line. Held in Rafferty. As he crept down to the face-off circle. Morelli gets it. He whips it down the ice.
And he's coming off, and here comes Sutter and Mallenstein again. So great job by the PK unit as Pilon then comes to the boards. Here comes Beck Mallenstein.
Decord came out to play it ahead of Pilon, who changes. 45 on the power play, 14:50 in the third. Coachella Valley to center. It's McCormick, left wing over the blue line. Mishandled the puck, got it back to the point. Off the skate of Cartier, a pass from Lind right to his teammates' feet, back to center.
Completely disjointed, Zach, this power play unit.
Sutter poked it away from Podorowski, who got put in a precarious spot. 20 left of the McMichael penalty. Okay, Mulligan DeMayo penalty kill. Visit them online at bmdi.com. Morelli with a stick on a pass back to the point, but held in by Riker Remmons. Spins around behind the net, circles the wagons to the point in the final 5 of the power play. No less circle. Lynn missed it. He recollects it to the blue line. A drive. High and wide. Shepard on the backboards. Cleared away. And out of the box is McMichael. And they'll rush ahead to center. Day with McMichael. Logan Day down the right wing. Pulls up near corner. Waiting for help. Trying to go to the line. Tap back to center. Borgstrom in a race with Cartier. Able to get there ahead of him. And here come the Bears to center. By himself, Gabriel Carlson will wheel it in around the perimeter of the boards. Looking for help on the near wing. Frank is there to provide it for Hershey. Ethan Frank and Mike Vecchione in the top line out now in a 0-0 game. The center ice on the regroup. The Firebirds with it. Billy Petman down the left flank. In on Shepard. A stick save on a shot going high and wide. Able to knock it away. Frank hit hard. Held in by Petman. Far boards. Now it's the Firebirds with some pushback after failing to strike on the power play. Petman along the wing. Hayden behind the net. Tied up by Carlson. To the left point. Shot to Shepard. Made the left hand save through a screen. Challenged out. Kicked it away with a maze of players in front.
Yeah, that made it through. Didn't think it was going to get through all those bodies, but it does. Hunter Shepard was on it.
Puck in front of the benches. Popped in behind the Hershey net. Shepard looks on. He stopped all 15. Sent his way. Meanwhile, Joey Decord pitching a shutout, looking for his 4th of the playoffs and 3rd of the series. Bears have other ideas. Just one shot in this period so far for Hershey. They take it away, though. McMichael, near side Piedmont, flipped it in front, wound up on goal. Decord picked it out. Little friendly fire from his teammates. McMichael interfered with. Bears fans thought it should have been a penalty. They got a gripe, but we continue. On the left wing, it's Hughes offensively behind Hershey's net. On the near boards, taken back out. Cameron Hughes, prior to the University of Wisconsin. Behind the net, fans all over the officials here at Giant Center. Right point, wide open. Rafferty shoots. Shepard, the blocker save. Sees parted for him, but he was too far out and elected not to skate it in. McMichael, end of his shift. Nice stick handling. Will dump it on net, and the Bears will change.
Yeah, Rafferty had all day to shoot it. He waited for some traffic to come in front to see if anybody could pick up a rebound. He wasn't just going to fire it away.
Puck rolled in on Shepard. They'll play it. The Bears goaltender sends it up behind the net. He's played a ball in the playoffs. To Protis at center. Left wing, Logan Day. Can he be your hero again? Running the left circle, threw it to the middle. Whitco cuts it off. Look out, a place. Lynn was behind the defense with a pass too far for him. No icing, he gets there first. Johansson skates it behind the net, but the net behind Shepard. Once again, that same peg we saw earlier has come dislodged, and a break the Bears will take. 11:15 left in the third. Who blinks first? We're scoreless in Game 5. You're tuned in to the 2023 call.
Driven to go the extra mile with style that's hard to ignore. The new Highlander goes above and beyond, putting you and your crew in position to upgrade your adventure. Now get 3.49% APR on a new Highlander. Drive with purpose. Arrive in style. Toyota, let's go places.
Our excellence is shining.
Yet, so many of us are dying. Colon cancer is silently killing our people, our friends, and family. So screen we must. We do this for all of us, from every corner, doorstep, and pulpit, period. The health revolution must begin. From diagnosis to death rates, colon cancer can no longer win. Ravaging Black communities, colon screenings are a must. They're recommended for those 45 and up to pinpoint and treat the signs. If detected early, colon cancer is treatable, 91% beatable. It's on us to understand symptoms and lower the risk. Join our team and get screened. It's time to take our bodies back. It's time to get healthy. It's time to stand up to cancer once and for all.
Wizards coverage starts here. Chris and Drew take you inside the game, while the crew and I give you exclusive access to the team. NBC Sports Washington is your home of the Wizards.
Rallying the fans at Giant Center. Hershey held to just 2 shots here in the third, but a penalty kill that was sensational. 3 for 3 tonight. We remain scoreless. Winner of this one leads the series 3-2 and could win the Calder Cup on Monday night. Hershey trying to take all 3 straight of their building. Karche, fans on the shot. Hershey to center with Garrett Pilon. Olafson in his own zone. Pressured by Snively. Swings to safety behind the net. Far wing to neutral. Redirected across the red line. McMichael on the near wing with Karche. How will the officials call the next 10:55, each team with 3 power plays? Pilon lost his stick. Snively will dump it in, away from DeCord. Bears have let him handle it probably a bit too much for their liking tonight.
Not sure how they're going to call it, but if they get one, there's not going to be that sense of anxiety as much as there was before.
Karche from the right wing. Shot got blocked. Frank will dart up ice. Borgstrom to handle on the right wing. That's the defense, but DeCord again takes it behind the net. Man, he is just so careless with the puck sometimes. He always seems to pull it off, though. Certainly makes you sweat. Well, if it works for him, it works for his team.
For the Bears, more of the same. You kind of envision a goal getting stuffed home right in front of Joey DeCord, finally getting one. For the Firebirds, they've done a great job defensively, but that's the area they've been weak at. And if you're looking at their offense, Zach, you can't let one of those talented guys loose, because they can make some individual plays that are just spectacular.
You heard the roar of the crowd in anger. They thought it should have been negated on the icing. Vecchione was awful close to getting the face-off dots first. Todd Nelson pointed to the center ice, but the linesmen and the referees disagree. Ryan Jackson and Joseph Mahone say play on with a draw to the right of Shepard. Defensive stalemate tonight. Off the face-off day, over the glove of Emmons. Frank after it. Rafferty will get there first. Plays to Cameron Hughes down the ice. That should be icing 2, and it is on Coachella Valley to the Bronx cheer of the 10,869 paying customers at Giant Center. Not quite 11,002 that they announced here when the team won it in 2010, but awfully close.
Take a quick look around. I don't see empty seats. This place is packed to the top and ready to roar.
At the suites, at the standing room, you got over the 10.5 capacity. And you got a draw to the right of DeCord in a 0-0 game. Off the draw, Protus is unable to win it. He'll get it back. Trying to send it to Annis, intercepted. Firebirds have done a good job clogging the lanes too. Johansson defending the puck at the feet of Protus. He can't find it. A sharp angle shot. Shepard, the blocker save, punched it out. Evans around Annis, cuts in. Shepard down, scrambles and makes the save. Riker Evans tried to pull him across the crease. Shepard covers, and the Bears breathe the sigh of relief. 9:38 to go. 0-0 in Game 5. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
What should we do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Everyone's a winner at MGM National Harbor with our 3-team parlay of food, drinks, and sports. Find out more about our immersive sports experience at mgmnationalharbor.com. It's guaranteed to be monumental.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox. Did you know 1 in 6 African-American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer? Compared to others, African-American men are 76% more likely to get diagnosed and over twice as likely to die from it. I'm joining with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to get the word out. Know your risks, know the numbers. Learn more at pcf.org.
NBC Sports Washington is your home in the District of Champions.
A faithful fan by the name of DJ Cotton Eye Jones getting him fired up here at Giant Center. His dancing act is beloved by the faithful here. Back in action, 0-0. Trying to will this crowd to get the Bears to a 3-2 series lead.
I mentioned those individual efforts, Zach. Riker Evans, before we went to break, that guy scares me. He is so good.
Elusive, tough to check. Snively to center. McMichael with the backhand feed broken up. Overskated. McMichael on the steal. 3-on-2 Hershey. Down the slot. Right wing Pilon to McMichael. Tapped it in front. Getting back his right to break it up. He'll lift one down the ice. Oh, missed opportunity for the Bears there. It won't make it for icing as Ness behind his own goal, stapled by Turinsky. But there is the helping hand of Logan Day.
Give credit to Coachella Valley. They didn't leave any openings for the guys to take. They didn't bite on any of the moves. Kept their positions well.
See the fourth line get a lot of ice time here late. Allenstein to Morelli to center, deflected away. Curled back to neutral and played in down the right wing by True. To the point for Olesen on the backhand. He'll take it in far side boards. Allenstein and him grappling for possession. Stick broken in front of Shepard. That was McCormick who heads off in anger. Coachella Valley far wing. True looking for a lane. McCormick rejoin the play. Henderson drive off the glass. Gets the back window. Rattles wide. Bears hemmed in their own zone. That puck's look to come to center. They play on. Olesen's backhanders. Shepard with a stick save. Bears will clear to center. And all is forgiven there with Sutter knocking it down the ice. Not enough on it. Wisely for icing.
A little bit of oohs and ahs. Nothing done. No damage. Firebirds
over the Bears' blue line. Lind on the right wing. A shot deflects wide to Shepard, but right back to Lind on the near boards. 7:40 left of the third. Evans at the point. Rafferty's shot blocked by Vecchione. Got it off the left leg. Far corner. It's Borgstrom and Cartier looking to untangle the puck. Bears come up with it momentarily, but Froden to Cartier. Off the right wing. Centers to Froden. Split the defenders. And the Bears survive that attack. It rolls back to center. Vecchione and Evans collide. Evans falls down. Vecchione on his feet along the near wing. And a stick lifting by Cartier. Held in Coachella Valley. In a 0-0 draw.
Feels like we've had a lot of stick parts laying on the ice tonight.
Frank to center. Trying to tap it by Rafferty. Could not get it around him. In come the Firebirds on the re-engage. Froden shot deflected. Shepard going the wrong direction. Deviates and catches it. And no rebound.
Tipped in front, so he had to react to it. If you check out the replay, there's Evans breaks loose, and then just coming over, a little bit of tip, Hunter Shepard right on it. That's Froden right there. Wanted to get off a really good wrister, but tipped, Hunter Shepard right there. It's a collective.
Firebirds have been the better of the two teams here in the third, out shooting Hershey 7-2. Shepard has been as advertised tonight. Came in, winning every game for Hershey in the playoffs. This is 18th appearance. Ness behind the goal to Alexei Protas, off the boards, and is tripped up. Got it to the line. Whistle for a hand pass, not a penalty. Whistle will go on the draw back to center ice. It was on Coachella Valley there in the offensive zone. This line for Hershey, I've really liked Hendrix Lapierre's game. Let's see if this line can amp it up. Alexei Protas, who has had so many glorious chances of late, had a hard time with crisp passes tonight, but all it takes is one.
Such a veteran player in Sam Annis out there, number 7. I mean, he's went this far with Springfield last year. He's played a lot of games, a veteran player, playmaker and scorer.
Face off to Hershey. Stay with it under 7 left. Will it be lucky number 7 to get the game's first goal? Nessel on the left wing. The neutralized cut back off. A chop loose, and to center it goes. Eddie Whitko with it at the red line. Close enough, they say. He dumps it in. No icing. Hetman along the far boards. Lapierre able to dig it loose. Tensions are high at Giant Center. Pass up the middle. Protas today. He handled it. And the Bears break the center with Lapierre. He's got his skating legs going tonight. He knocks it around behind the net. Annis seals the wall and deflects the puck loose. McElrath steps up. And it rolls away from Protas. Hetman skates across the blue line. Dumps it in, then smokes. Lapierre cut across to him. Stands over top and has a word to say to him.
I think Hendricks wanted to lay some lumber there, and he was the one that ended up losing his balance.
Bears jumping in. Near corner. Decor down to play it. Got to keep the puck away from him. Good steal by Pilon. Left wing. Cuts towards the net. A backhander knocked down by the goal stick of Decor. More of a pass. Looking for a ricochet. Firebirds breaking up. 5:30 left. It's Olofsson along the left wing. Olofsson wide to the left. Wraps around in front. Good tie for the stick. True couldn't get it. Taken behind the goal by Lind. Cole in with it. They're spinning like tops. Trying to stay with them stride for stride. Lind on the backhand behind the goal. To the reach of True. Center. Thrown through the crease and wide. Bears look to clear at Valenstein. Couldn't get there first. Tennyson holds it in. To the point. A slap shot. McCormick. Second time this period. He's broke a stick. And more lumber on the ice as Pilon pulls away from the pressure. Merritt tired at the end of his shift. Will backhand it in. Under 5 to go. Third period. 0-0. Who will score the goal and be the heroes? Valenstein losing his stick now. He'll come off.
Just scattered parts. Firewood out there. Got both these teams really playing hard.
Back check Morelli. Bump Evans. Flips it down the ice. There'll be no icing as Rafferty plays it in his own zone. Softly to Frodin, who clears it around behind his own goal. McMichael on the fourth check. He's in first. Throws the hit. Cleared up the near wing. McElrath steps up. They overlap and keep it in. Right wing. Morelli's in on goal across. He tried to make the pass. A great breakup by Rafferty. Oh, Morelli thought he had a man on the back door. He did for a moment, but Rafferty read it all the way.
Rafferty did not budge at all. He did not move towards Mason Morelli, who stood his ground and waited for that pass to come across.
4:04 left. McElrath behind the goal to Gabriel Carlson in 0-0. Shots are 24-20 Hershey. And this is the time where the fans on the edge of their seat. Nervous energy from the 10,800 at Giant Center. Gabriel Carlson to center. Off the tape of Frank. Goals in 2 straight for Ethan. On the near wing. Battered back to neutral. Iorio to handle. Johansson to center. Frank will collect it. Again, the puck bouncing a ton tonight. Bears had a hard time settling. Poganski will dump. Cuts in. Pass got partially blocked to the blue line. Frank will block the slapper from Torinsky to center.
Only 3 shots in the third period for the Bears. All-out commitment from the Firebirds to seal things up in front of Joey Decord to stop any kind of rushes down the middle. So they made some adjustments between the second and the third periods.
Hannes at center will redirect it up and out of play to the Firebirds bench. Our final media timeout. Well, you're not going anywhere. There's 3:04 left. We haven't had a goal. Intense times at Giant Center. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Final.
The best Capitals coverage starts here, only on NBC Sports Washington, your home of the Washington Capitals. Let's go Caps!
At Oarsman, we're driven to give our customers our best selection and prices. So we're staffing up to get ready for another dynamic sales event. A winning combination backed by our Lifetime Edge. With over $1,500 in unexpected extras, including car washes, loaner cars, and our lifetime engine guarantee.
During the It's Jeep Season Sales event, get 3.9% financing for 72 months on new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokees.
With all our great deals and our Lifetime Edge, you may have to clone yourself to appreciate all the savings.
Oarsman, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Let's ride together.
Capital One Arena is the destination for all the best concerts and shows to hit the DMV. From heart-pounding music to show-stopping performances, Capital One Arena has it all. Check out some of the shows coming soon to Capital One Arena. Davido, Alicia Keys, Erykah Badu, Drake. Visit CapitalOneArena.com for more information. District E at Capital One Arena is the new home for all things esports and live entertainment here in the heart of DC. Join us as we host esports events along with pre- and post-game events to enhance the Capitals and Wizards game day experience. Whether it's watching Wizards DG contend for another NBA 2K League championship, hosting a private event, or grabbing drinks and food from District Bites, District E has something for everyone. So come hang out. District E, powered by Ticketmaster.
Back here at Giant Center, under 3 to go here in Chocolate Town, 0-0. Game 5. Calder Cup Finals series tied at 2. Puck up the near boards, Annis will cut it off. Sends it around behind the net. Hendricks Lapierre is after it for Hershey. Protus on the steal behind the net. And a series winner against Charlotte. On the near wing. Back past McElrath. Down the ice it goes. It's a game of mistakes. Will someone make a mistake that results in the winner? In the final 2:20. Overtime is looming. Both goalies have been good. Ayers made the court scramble, not so much in the third. Sutter will shoot it in. Behind the net, Morelli. Catapults himself for the boards. Out of the corner, the Bears center, no one home. To the right point, Iorio cannot hold the line. They'll have to fall back to neutral. 2 minutes left here at Giant Center. Puck deflected in from the benches. Malenstein met with authority by Evans. Gives him a shot to the face. It's going to have to be egregious here for it to be called.
We talked about the energy involved in this game, the effort. Both of those things have been there. The execution, not so much, but maybe by the coaches, as we've seen great adjustments on both ends.
Poured out to handle. 95 seconds left in this one. In regulation, tied at 0. Puck shot in behind the net. Picked up by Logan Day in his own zone for Hershey. Hess takes a peek, feeds it to Garrett Pilon. The center red couldn't get it deep. Taking away the Firebirds over the blue line left wing. Thrown in waiting for help. Drops it to Cartier. A shot deflected high and wide. It rims itself back out to center. Jimmy Schultz with it. Deflected in behind the Bears net. No icing. Ponorowski on a stick on it. Carlson will go to his strong side, the forehand with a minute left. Here in regulation in game 5. Bears to center. McElrath with it. On the right wing, Ian Evans meet in the corner. Swung up the fireboards. Johansson kept it for a moment. Ponorowski took it. Bears fall back into an offensive posture. Johansson intercepts a pass. Firebirds tag up and bring it in offensively. Evans to Hughes. Shoots it over the goal. It's going to bounce to center. Snively's after. 2-on-2 up ice. Too hot to handle for Henrik Borgstrom. He dumps it down to safety. 25 seconds left in regulation. Nervous energy here in Tricloton. Hayden on the tip, no icing. Iorio will take it behind his own net. On the backhand, up the boards. Gave it away. And it came to Petman. 9 left. Far corner. Delay Petman. Cut off Vecchione. Time for one last rush. Out of the reach of Frank to center. And for the second time this series, we are headed to overtime. Game 5 here at Giant Center. A critical one. Series tied at 2. We are scoreless through regulation.
As if the drama wasn't thick enough to begin Game 5. We've got no goals. And someone is going to be a big-time hero and send this series back to California for either team. Nice job by Coachella Valley in the third period, Zach. They really played well defensively, did not let the Bears do a lot of the things that they were able to do in the first two periods. So they made some nice adjustments, as we've said, and like, it's going to have to come from an individual effort or just physical play for the Bears as they try and make this thing happen and go back to Coachella Valley with the series lead.
Shots for 7-3 Firebirds in the third. Overtime is next. Stay with us. Our intermission report coming up 0-0. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
Redesigned from the ground up and engineered for adventure, the all-new Tundra is Toyota's toughest, most advanced truck to date. Outfitted to help tackle any terrain, with reliability only Toyota is known for. Now electrified, with available iForce Max powertrain. And one of the top 10 vehicles with best resale value according to KBB.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
This right here is the extra-large New York-style pizza from Papa John's. And in order to make a big, tasty, extra-large New York-style pizza like this, you gotta really hand-stretch that fresh, never-frozen dough made from only 6 simple ingredients. Like this. Woof! Look at that! That's what makes a Papa John's extra-large New York-style pizza Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, but you knew that.
See it, love it, have it. At Marlowe Furniture, we have you covered. From the living room to the dining room to the bedrooms and more. Refresh, renew, make it you. With beautiful furniture that's so comfortable, you don't have to compromise. Look around. At Marlowe, you'll find a great selection of stylish, trend-setting looks to choose from in stock. No waiting. So go for it. Bring your style to life. Today at Marlowe Furniture, with the area's largest showrooms under one roof. Family owned since 1955.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox. Did you know 1 in 6 African-American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer? Compared to others, African-American men are 76% more likely to get diagnosed and over twice as likely to die from it. I'm joining with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to get the word out. Know your risks, know the numbers. Learn more at pcf.org.
Overtime at Giant Center is about 12 minutes away. With Todd Sadowski, I'm Zach Fish. Both teams got to leave on a charter flight and play on Monday. You would have hoped this one would get done in regulation, but whatever it takes, right, for the Hershey Bears. Got outshot 7-3 in the third. Coachella really ramped it and up and locked it down. It's going to be interesting to see how the Bears respond here in this third period. I thought they did a lot well through 40 minutes.
I don't think we're shocked.
OT, I should say.
Yeah, I don't think we're shocked that it's going to overtime. I think it's really surprising it's 0-0, though. I mean, especially when you see this Coachella Valley team flying around the ice and what the Bears were able to do in games 3 and 4. So, look, it sets up for a dramatic finish. Can't wait for it. Wonder who's going to be the hero on either side.
Andrew Colesta and Mitch Lamoureux analysis. They're on the bench right now. We'll check in with them on the other side. Overtime looming. Game 5. Series tied at 2 apiece. Be back after this. You're tuned into the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
This is not the first all-electric car. That's because no BMW sees the road until it's reached the ultimate standard, our own. A standard that demands every BMW feels exactly like a BMW should. Unparalleled performance and precision handling made possible by electric engineering. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Take advantage of financing as low as 2.99% and a $2,000 credit.
Hello, innovation. Goodbye, injuries. Hello, science. Goodbye, seizures. Hello, tiny incisions. Goodbye, lengthy recoveries. At Children's National Hospital, we're making breakthroughs daily so we can say hello to a healthier future for kids.
Even after 40 years serving our area, people still ask, what is a 5-star technician? Well, it's simple. They're the best. When you're talking heating and air conditioning, they're professionally trained and the most knowledgeable in the business. For your plumbing or electrical needs, they can do it all. For pest control and home performance, trust me, you want a 5-star technician at your home. For more than 40 years, Crop Metcalf, home of the 5-star technician.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Hi, I'm Katie from Long Roofing. For 4 generations, we've helped families just like yours bring beauty, value, and comfort to their homes. Our professional and customer-focused process will ensure that you protect your home for decades to come. Call now to get no payments and no interest for a full year, plus $1,500 off. Get your free estimate today, and you'll see we do roof replacement the right way, the long way.
Isn't it time you got along?
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
As I look at the clock, Mitch, 8 minutes before we get this overtime session going, kind of Coachella kind of controlled that period a little bit. Bears with a little momentum at the end. What has to happen for the chalk and white to walk out of here victorious here tonight?
Well, you know what? I think they have to get more pucks to the net, and they got to watch the turnovers in the neutral zone and at both blue lines, because Coachella Valley is a transition team. So if you turn it over, they're going the other way. You got to eliminate that. I think somebody's going to want to have to step up and shoot the puck and want to be the hero tonight, because that's what it's going to take. Because after a short period of time with all these people in here, the ice is going to get choppy and the puck's not going to lay flat, so then you play more cautious. You don't want to have that. No, you want to be cautious and know your responsibilities, but you want to get the puck to the net and drive the net and maybe get a dirty goal, and let's take this one back to Coachella Valley, up 3-2.
We've talked about Aaron Ness. We know what kind of defender he is, what kind of heart he has. Goes into the boards, comes up a little bit shaking the hand, goes right to the bench, gets looked at. First one off the bench, gets a deflection, and then Hunter Shepard comes up with a big save. Can't say enough about Ness, can't say enough about Shepard stopping that floating puck.
Yeah, and we talked about their best chance in the second period by Twarensky, and that was a great save by Hunter Shepard. We forgot to mention that. And then here in the third, he had a shot coming in at him. It was a changeup. He's going right, stuck his glove out to the left, made a beautiful save. That was a big momentum changer for the Bears.
Bears got to get definitely more pucks in the offensive net. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43. We'll be back with OT, Todd Sadowski, Zach Fish to bring it home.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
Everyone knows that putting money aside in savings is really important. But then what? Should you keep your savings in a CD with a guaranteed rate, or keep them liquid in a money market? Can your checking account help you save too? There's a savings combination that's right for your life and your budget. We'll help you build it. Let's talk about what saving looks like for you. Sandy Spring Bank.
Turn down the outside noise with Sound Shield. This is more than a window. It's peace and quiet. Hear the difference with Thompson Creek's exclusive Sound Shield windows, filtering out 35% more noise than our standard double-pane windows. And call right now to save 40%. Buy one, get one 40% off all Sound Shield windows. Hear the difference with Sound Shield. Call 855-57-CREEK.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
We love living and working in and around the nation's capital, a place that millions of people visit each year. But that means a lot of traffic, a lot of crashes, and unfortunately, a lot of injured people. That's why when someone breaks the safety rules and causes harm, we hold them accountable. We've been a part of this community for over 30 years. It's our home, and we want it safe. When injuries change your life, call the lawyers that care. Call Chase and Boscola, 1-800-728-5898.
Intermission report, headed to overtime. Todd, simple as we look at some of the highlights. Who's going to win it tonight in Chocolatown?
Ethan Frank has been unleashed the last couple of games. I think you get a sniper like that, red hot, and he can finish.
Ethan Frank is Todd's pick. I'm going to go with tonight Connor McMichael. I think he's had some good opportunities. I think it's going to be that second line that's going to get it done for the Bears. We look at some of the highlights. Joey Decord in goal doing his thing. He wasn't very busy in the third. I expect the Bears to ramp it up. Riley Sutter was the hero. It does not have to be pretty. Such a critical game, though. Game 5, the winner of this one goes back to Coachella Valley, up 3-2 with the game on Monday night. Potentially with a Calder Cup in the building. We'll step aside. Overtime is next. Who will be the hero in Chocolatown? Back after this. You're tuned into the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
Everyone knows that putting money aside in savings is really important. But then what? Should you keep your savings in a CD with a guaranteed rate, or keep them liquid in a money market? Can your checking account help you save too? There's a savings combination that's right for your life and your budget. We'll help you build it. Let's talk about what saving looks like for you. Sandy Spring Bank.
See it, love it, have it. At Marlowe Furniture, we have you covered. From the living room to the dining room to the bedrooms and more. Refresh, renew, make it you. With beautiful furniture that's so comfortable, you don't have to compromise. Look around. At Marlowe, you'll find a great selection of stylish, trend-setting looks to choose from in stock. No waiting. So go for it. Bring your style to life. Today at Marlowe Furniture, with the area's largest showrooms under one roof. Family owned since 1955.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
NBC Sports Washington is your home of the Wizards, which means we're your destination for Bradley Beal buckets, clutch Kyle Kuzma, and Porzingis post arrival. With the best calls in the game from our NBA experts, Drew Gooden and Chris Miller. Join me, Wes Hall, before and after the game as we give you an inside look at the team and get you fired up for tip-off. NBC Sports Washington, your home of the Wizards.
If you love the game of golf, let us take you inside the ropes each week right here on the Fairways of Life show. We'll bring you exclusive interviews with absolute legends. Plus, all of the news from the tour where you'll hear from their biggest personalities and their biggest stars. We will give you access unlike you can get anywhere else. Hey, I'm Matt Adams, host of the Fairways of Life show. Whether we're talking about news, travel, or equipment, we're going to share a passion for the game of golf with you right here on NBC Sports Washington.
Game 5, series tied 2 apiece. Overtime, here at Giant Center for the second time this series in Game 3. Riley Sutter got the Bears back in it. They've since evened it. They move right to left. Firebirds left to right. Shepard and DeCord have been perfect thus far. Who will be the hero tonight?
Losing the jacket, Zach. Losing the jacket. Had it on all night. No goals so far for the Bears.
Whatever works.
It's gone.
To get the mojo going. Puck is down. Overtime at Giant Center is underway in a critical Game 5. Puck dumped in Hershey behind the net of DeCord. Borgstrom can't get it. Aaron Ness will. Sudden death. No 3-on-3, no shootouts. They play till there's a winner. The late offside on Hershey. Ness will shoot it back in. Cleared to center. Aaron Ness with it in his 50th game as a Bear in the Calder Cup playoffs all time. Borgstrom along the left wing will shoot it in behind the net of DeCord. Up to center ice. Iorio with it on the near wing. Pilon knocks it in. Back behind the goal on the far wing. Comes loose, McMichael. Left side, Johansson. Hands on the shot. He'll take it. DeCord lost it. He hasn't faced a shot in a while. Fumbled that one. It rolled to the corner. And the Firebirds break to center. Off his right pad. He couldn't get it with his glove. Valley races in. Hughes backhander. Wide of Shepard. Pilon with it to neutral. That came out of the zone. And linesman makes the right call. Joseph Mahone was on top of it.
You know, Zach, Mitch even referred to the ice about the choppiness. We've been talking about it as we got into the third period, second period. Early in the period, it's been resurfaced. It's smooth. It's fast. See if that throws anybody off as they've been dealing with the choppy puck, or if it assists someone and helps them because it stays flatter longer than what they've been used to so far here tonight.
Who will have the big moment for Hershey? Sutter's goal extremely memorable. More recent memory, that Game 7 overtime winner. Huge hit along the boards. Back to check Mallenstein. Tennyson nearly flipped to the Bears bench. Sutter at center. Trying to look for Mallenstein, the tip. No avail, icing call. What a hit.
I'm kicking myself. I took my eyes off of Beck, which you don't really do a lot of times when he's out on the ice, and I missed it.
Most memorable goal in recent years in this building. Game 7 overtime winner against Wilkes-Barre, right? Travis Boyd, 2016, it propelled Hershey the Eastern Conference Finals. This is the Calder Cup Finals. We had our first ever overtime game in the finals, not in the playoffs, in the finals in this building in Game 3. Hershey is 2-0 in overtime in the playoffs. Coachella Valley 2-2. Cleared off the draw to center. Missed by Tennyson. Morelli with it. On the left wing. Penalty call coming up on the Firebirds. Delayed penalty on Coachella Valley. A hook at the blue line. Hershey, the power play with a chance to win the game and lead the series. It's a hook, and this building goes nuts.
Here we go. This is the opportunity they're looking for. The power play unit comes out. You got Ethan Frank, Alexi Protas, Sam Annis all over the boards. We're going to try and finish this. There it is. Thanks for replaying this one. I missed it. Big hit by Beck.
All we care about now, that's all good and dandy with the hook. Power play, Hershey. Both teams 0 for 3. 18-24 left in OT. You go 1 for 4 tonight. You're A-OK, and you're going to California. 1 game away. Draw one by Hershey. At the point. They got to do it here. It's Protas behind the net. Up the near wing, Ethan Frank with it with that electric racer. Far wing, Annis sends it around the boards. Coachella Valley trying not to panic, but you know they're nervous. Underneath the goal line. Cut off by True. Cleared by True.
Well, you don't want to grip that stick too tight at this point. If you're the Bears, you have the man advantage. Relax. Be patient. Wait for that opportunity.
And don't be too cute, though, in the process. They got in the lane, take it. Frank will work it in on the left wing. Puts it around the boards. Annis there. Couldn't get it away. Shot off the glass. Hits the stanchion and hops to center. There's pull back. 45 gone on the power play. A lot of time left still. Pilon cross ring. Frank didn't see it. Didn't get a read on it. And taken away to center. So
haven't
far,
been able to establish it. Yeah, Zach. Nothing doing.
Pepin fell down. Bears are changing. Step to center for Dang. Over the blue line on the right wing. Leads for Morelli, right circle. Mason Morelli on the power play, trying to win in a 0-0 draw. Behind the net, Game 5 of the balance here. Snively, right circle, down low off the side of the net. Morelli recovers. There, though, is Schultz. Great play, clears it.
Morelli looked like he'd had it on a stick or was trying to regather it. Just couldn't hold on to it.
This is where you take a deep breath and get it set up. Late in the power play, it doesn't matter. Snively to center. Cross rink deflected out of play, and now they got to regroup in neutral. Draw at the center red line. It can even come after the power play with the man in the box. But you know, likely, unless, again, as I've used this word many times, egregious, it just always seems to work out, and the next call goes against you. You don't want to let this opportunity slip out of your fingers.
The penalty killing unit's been fantastic, so you don't really get too anxious if something happens on the other side. But the power play unit needs to cash in. Time's running out on this opportunity.
A whole different look. Sutter to LaPierre. Over the blue line. Comes to Johansson. Left wing Riley Sutter. This is not normally a power play unit. They're preparing for it to end with this group out there. There to center ice. 10 left on the man advantage. Iorio looks up ice and takes it to center, but shoots it in for the Bears bench, and just 6 seconds left on the man advantage. It doesn't look like it's going to happen here unless it's quick bang bang off the draw.
Almost shot it off Zach Fucali. Iorio went over to Zach and said, yeah, sorry about that. And off 35, who's got probably the best seat in the house.
So potentially a missed opportunity here. LaPierre with Sutter and Malenstein on the draw in center, won by Hershey with a power play about to expire. Tennyson survives it. He sweated it out of the box. Well, we're back to full strength. The Bears are 0 for 4. Tipped by Malenstein in behind the net. Decord to play it. Far wing. Firebirds deflect to center. Ness, good job. Out of midair, knocks it away from Podorowski. He has an OT winner, him and Riker Evans with the 2 for the Firebirds this playoffs. Borgstrom in center for Hershey. Throwed it at the far blue line. Stapled by McElrath into the boards. Puck free to the left wing. Hughes to Podorowski. He missed it. Malenstein and Rafferty collide there. Tipped on net. Shepard got a piece of it with a pad. Tired Bears out. They get to center. Borgstrom with it. With Gabriel Carlson. Borgstrom down the right wing against the grain. He shot it over the goal. Frank behind the net. He's fresh. He's got it. Fastest man in hockey. So Borgstrom out of the far corner. Looks in front. Vecchione knocking down a Firebird. Day to the point. Decord the blocker save. It skips to the near wing. Firebirds clear to the line, not out. Rolls down low. Borgstrom trying to find it. Could not grab hold. Coachella Valley under stress here. Good work by Hershey, but can they capitalize? Day to Vecchione. Far corner to Borgstrom. Looks net front. No one available. Tied up. Shot behind the goal. 5 gone. Overtime. Game 5. Good step up Nash. Comes free Vecchione. Trying to escape in by himself. He lost it. And Podorowski, end of his shift, blasts it in from center.
Good shift from Henrik Borgstrom. He's been quiet tonight. He does have an overtime winner in the playoffs, and he is strong on his skates.
Bears having to defend. Pagansky with a step on a tired day. Cuts in, fell down, and crashes into the net. And the Bears are thankful for that. Their defenseman tired. And a face-off outside the zone or a penalty here. I think it's outside the zone is what the referee is saying. And Pagansky down on the ice.
Well, we've seen that situation where a player gets in 1 too many hits after the whistle, and thinking that might have been a possibility.
I don't think you can call it in overtime here unless a guy gets blocked and is bloodied at this point. Draw will go outside the zone. Is Pagansky, beg your pardon, not unaided.
I mentioned Henrik Borgstrom. Like I said, it's been a bit of a quiet evening for him offensively, but he had a really good opportunity there. He finished off a game against Hartford in overtime with a beautiful wrist shot up high. Certainly a capable scorer.
That was game 1 against the Pack in his first game of the playoffs. And I think the net behind Shepard will not stick in the Panks. The ice crew is going to have to come out here. Shots in overtime are 2-1 Hershey. That situation for the Bears just unfortunately will not come. Quick pause, 10 seconds radio side while we have a moment for station identification for the Highmark Bears Radio Network.
Harrisburg's home for local, state, and national sports is WTKT Harrisburg and WTKT HD, Fox Sports 1460.
Repairs needed on that goal frame. Gives each team a breather and a chance to reset. This game is just so critical. I mean, if you're Coachella Valley going home, you got to feel good about your body of work on home ice. If you're the Bears, you have the faith no matter what, but having to go there and have 2 cracks at winning 1 game is obviously much more desirable than having to go there with your backs against the wall and win both in a building you haven't scored a goal in yet.
Especially the way that they've handled road games in the playoffs leading into this series. So they've faced some tough environments in Rochester. We're able to quiet the crowd, get in front, and win those games on the road.
Well, here's what I like about Hunter Shepard, right? He's played in some of these moments that this feels like almost a do-or-die game. It's not. But Shepard has played the collegiate route. DeCord did too, but Shepard has played in much more meaningful games at that level than DeCord ever did. As he played Minnesota Duluth, he won 2 national championships there. Not going to say the word, but Hunter Shepard in a national championship game didn't give up a goal. So he has been in this situation where he's need to be unflappable, and he has, even if his team has not put up the offensive numbers. DeCord is a great goaltender. He's blanked the Bears twice. And a good question from our producer, Ed Albert. The Bears in this building, we laughed. Ali Barubi, one of the reporters here, said, hey, it seems like the Bears always seem to win at home when there's a glass issue. There's been 3 or 4 of them in the playoffs. They've won them all, dating back to Beck Mallenstein belting a man and breaking the glass against Charlotte. I don't know, that doesn't count as a glass issue, but it counts as an issue with a breather that got the fans into it. If it gives the Bears the mojo, the fans here will take it.
Any positive trend we're going to hang on to, that's for sure.
10,869. All are still here. All are waiting to explode. They've been roaring for more all playoffs. They want to roar one more time before the series shifts to California. Relly throws himself for the boards, but Schultz eludes that. Dumps it off the body, but right to Gabriel Carlson. Bears head man to center. Mallenstein down the right wing. Morelli tries the net. DeCord, the blocker save. Rebound. Mallenstein. Oh, what a save by DeCord. Robs Mallenstein. McElrath across. Down low deflected. Never made it through from Iorio. They had him scrambling. Drew is up ice. They can't get it to him. He's offside.
Intense pressure from Beck Mallenstein. It's a rare opportunity to get a second chance off your own shot, but there you see it comes from the right side. He follows it up and chases down his own rebound right there. Oh, Joey DeCord. Nice job.
His best work off his right pad. He slid over. He's uber aggressive. We've talked about it. Out of the net there. Was able to shuffle across in time for that one.
We talked about he's uber aggressive. We've also talked about how calm and cool and collected he is. And no panic. He wasn't flailing on that particular situation. Got himself in perfect position to stymie Mallenstein twice.
Johansson up the boards in his own zone for Hershey. They can't get it out. 13:40 left in overtime. Game 5, 0-0. Up the near wing. Snively to center. Elon with it right wing. Evans eats him alive and takes it away. McMichael steps up, holds it in left wing. Spins it around the boards. Pilon's first on it. Shoulder check. He'll dump it in deep. Snively off the stanchion. Takes it far corner instead of behind the net. By himself, flings it to the point. There are the Bears. There is Iorio. Across left side today. Center point Iorio. Right side Pilon. No lane. He'll throw it in deep. But out of the reach of McMichael. Possession Coachella. Cleared by the Firebirds.
Bears stretched him on that possession all the way around the blue line, and the Firebirds got in position.
Tipped in LaPierre. Fresh off the bench down the left wing. Bears changing. Fresh troops coming on. Sent to the middle, though. Cameron Hughes will get it. By himself, with his teammates changing, he'll dump it in. Hershey territory behind the net. Down to 12:45 left in overtime. It's Protas to center ice with Annis along the left wing. Bears are offside. And a whistle with 12:39 to go. Annis ahead of the play by a couple strides.
That was pretty clear. Protas was maybe just a little slow to get rid of it with Annis having all that momentum. It's a shame they had 4. They were 4 wide on that one. coming in hard.
Everything they want the finish. Swift execution, just not there on that one. McElrath missed it off the draw. Firebirds a shot, steered out with ease by Shepard. Protas plays it up the near boards once and twice. This LaPierre, but Olesen tipped it, no icing. Decord way out of his goal. Plays it off the glass down the ice. The goaltender's going to ice it himself. Offensive zone draw for Hershey.
Could be a mistake. He comes out to handle it. Decent decision there, but way too much on it off the ricochet.
Had to come out because the foot race might have been won by Hershey. Now you put out Frank Vecchione, who had a 3-point game. Second on the team in points in the regular season. The firepower is there, but Vecchione, the righty, will take the draw instead of Borgstrom, the lefty, as he's thrown out. Off the draw, it's the Firebirds with possession. They will take it and look to maneuver out of their own zone. Stolen away. Borgstrom got it. Down the left wing, he's hooked. To Vecchione in front. Oh, he couldn't finish. He had to cord down and out. But another power play for the Bears. Borgstrom to Vecchione. Nearly walked around him. It rolled off his tape.
What an overtime Henrik Borgstrom is having. Just picks him clean. They separate 2-on-1. Perfect pass. And Mike Vecchione knows this game should be over.
If I'm the Bears, I wouldn't mind maybe using your timeout here if you have to early in the overtime to talk about it if it doesn't work right away. But right now, they're going to get some fresh players out. Power play number 2 of OT. Power play number 5 on the night. And listen to this crowd. Borgstrom and True on the draw to the right of Decord. It could be over right here in Game 5. Got it stolen by True to center. McMichael after it, knocked away. Along the left wing. McCormick short-handed, pushes it behind the net with 5 forwards out here. You have to be careful with your defensive responsibilities, but the Bears have utilized this for half the season plus in all the playoffs. McMichael trying to take it himself, looking to go coast to coast. Decord will play it to center. Bears got to get it in and get it set up here.
McMichael saw an opening. It closed up a little bit too much.
Snively along the right. Vecchione quickly converged upon. Punch to the corner. Borgstrom is after it. Cleared along the far wing. True up the middle. Look out, short-handed. Here come the Firebirds. McCormick down the right wing. Max McCormick shot deflected wide off the side of the net. And taken away, Coachella Valley again. I'd switch power play units right here. In a defenseman out there on the ice at OT. Just my preference. It's McMichael, though. Skating in along the left wing. Puts it around the board. Snively, far side. To the point, Frank with it. Far side to Snively. He leads for McMichael. They got it set up now. Do they have the winner? 0-0 draw. Down low, Morelli. Back to McMichael. Frank open at the point. They get it to him. He looks to the goal. No shooting lane. Pilon far side, McMichael. Back to Pilon. Frank left circle. Shoots off the glove of the court and wide. Turinsky clears the line, not out. Kept in by Pilon. Takes it behind the goal. Annis fresh on the ice. 28 on the power play. 10:30 in OT. Here in Game 5. Pilon swings it wide. To the point, Annis, his shot sailed wide of the goal. Morelli around the perimeter. Pilon on it. Bears nearly had too many. Pilon up the middle. To the point, Day fires, loose in front, and squirts away to the line. Day holds it in. What a play by Logan. Power play about to expire. He's tripped. Barnes stays down. Morelli with it. 5-on-5. Pilon shoots. Scores! Garrett Pilon! The Bears win! The Bears lead the series! The Bears are 1 win away from the Calder Cup!
The Firebirds come out of the box and fall down, and Garrett Pilon lifts them up with a beautiful shot. High to the left side. To win this game in overtime, a complete sweep at home for the Hershey Bears. They're heading to California, only needing one more W to go.
A shot from the slot. The penalty had expired. The Firebirds irate. They thought it was too many men on the ice. Just prior, a 1-0 final, and the Hershey Bears lead the series 3-2, and they hope Monday night is a date with destiny in Palm Desert.
Mason Morelli in front again, shielding. Joey DeCourt gets in position. Pilon waits that extra half second and then lets it rip.
To quote the great John Walton, the decibel levels so loud, it seems as if the roof itself might come off. 10,869 have not left this building. They are on their feet, cheering their Bears for one last time. They will hop on a flight tomorrow, and they're California dreaming of a Calder Cup.
So much history for Don Scott. What a way to send him out. An overtime win in Game 5. These fans have been tremendous all week long. What a special Saturday night in Chocolatetown. You only needed one to get the victory.
Traffic in front. Pilon the shot. The game winner. And this building is losing their minds. One of the most memorable goals in Giant Center history. And it puts the Bears on the verge of doing something they haven't done in 13 years.
It's going to be a very different flight back out to the left coast from the one when they returned. Who would have thought? Certainly not the Firebirds and their fans. After easily winning games 1 and 2, the Hershey Bears with 3 nail-biters, 2 in overtime. They're on the verge of a dozen cups. 1 more to go.
Not done yet. They have to win 1 in Coachella. They get 2 cracks at it. They haven't scored a goal in that building. Doesn't matter Monday night. Listen to this crowd. The 31st shot from the Bears is the winner tonight. Oh boy. As the 3 stars presented by Bud Light come across, we'll hear from one of them with Andrew Callista downstairs. We're not done yet, baby.
Just soaking it all in, Zach, enjoying this. We've been fortunate enough to be around a lot of great moments, and this is right up there.
That roar for Hunter Shepard. His 3rd shutout of the playoffs. He's with our own Andrew Callista. If you can hear us, Andrew, you're up, man.
It's a little hard to hear you down here, Fish, but I got to tell you, we love it, don't we, Hunt?
I mean, Logan did. It asked me a question as a joke when I came into the rink there. He goes, can you do one of those funny things when you don't let many goals? And, you know, so it's just one of those things. I was laughing with them after the game, but, you know, they played good, we played good, and 2 tough teams, and that's no better way to end that game, for sure.
A game like this, so tight out there on the ice, you look cool, calm, and collected every step of the way. Why?
I mean, after games 1 and game 2, like, the guys didn't lose confidence in me. I think me personally, as well as, you know, the team, I think we've just gotten better at playing our style as the series went on. So it's given me confidence, you know, that we've gotten back to our ways after the first 2 games. And the guys have been helping me a ton, so it's been good.
How much fun was it just playing in front of this crowd during these 3 games?
Crazy stuff. You know, what you said, like, you couldn't ask for a better night than that.
Have you ever been excited for a cross-country flight more than you are having tomorrow?
Not at all. All right, thank you.
Hunter Shepard's excited. This place is excited, Fish. Rolling out to California.
One tonight at Giant Center. 1 for the history books. The job is not done yet, but the Hershey Bears are a single win away from the Calder Cup. Well, Todd, this game lived up to the billing and more. The crowd wanted to roar all night long. It took until exactly halfway through, add a second, into overtime. Garrett Pilon shot through traffic in front, and the arms immediately went up for the Firebirds in protest. Bears fans, there will be a watch party at Giant Center on Monday. It opens, the doors due at 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock, our broadcast will be presented to you from Palm Desert. Todd, I've never been more excited for a cross-country flight. I don't know if you could hear a dang word Hunter Shepard said there. We got more out of him than I thought, as loud as it was tonight. This is absolutely incredible. And listen to the crowd again one more time that we won the Cup champ. Sometimes you don't even have to say a lot. Tonight is one of those nights that if the Bears do the thing on Monday, if needed even Wednesday, you'll remember this one forever. Todd, pleasure working with you at Giant Center this year. We're taking the show on the road to Palm Desert. Andrew Callista is going to be ice side. He's not going to be doing color. Things are going to shift. You just need one win. One win.
Can't wait. Can't wait. You know, sleep is optional to make sure we get that charter plane. And look, it's so fitting for Garrett Pilon. The guy's done so much for the organization, so much during the pandemic. He's been such a hard worker. He did so much on the ice tonight to keep this thing going, and I just love it. The determination for him, he's been a leader off the ice. Man, that's a special moment right there that a lot of these people will never forget, and begrudgingly they're leaving. They're probably glad that they saw a little extra hockey in overtime, and of course, thrilled at the finish.
We're not done yet. The Bears one win from the Calder Cup. For Ed Albert, our producer, for our entire crew. Great Saint Productions. Thank you to them for all their excellent work this year. All of our staff at the Giant Center for their work. On the road, Monday, we'll be on the air at 10 o'clock Eastern time, bringing you the action from Acrisure Arena. The Bears have won 3 straight. They can win the Calder Cup, and there's the moment tonight. For Ed Albert, for Andrew Callista, for Mitch Lamoureux, for Todd Sadowski, I'm Zach Fish, the voice of the Bears. We'll talk to you from California as the Bears look to win the Calder Cup on Monday night. Until then, sweet good night from Chocolate Town.
Freisinger Buick.
Stop waiting in line at drive-thrus just to place an order. Use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay instead.
Okay, what should we get?
Ooh, pineapple! Mushroom! Carry out any large one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay.
Enjoy.
Dominating the rugged terrain with